Okay. Hello, guys. I guess we're live now because Ryan decided to hit that big fancy button that turns on our mic and audio. Uh, we're over here, Orange City, first ever live stream, getting things fixed up real quick. I apologize for the delay. My name is Emilio. I'm sitting here with Ryan. You guys may know us from the Daytona Beach live stream. And today we are here with our $250 100K guarantee almighty stack. Uh, Unfortunately, we got the stream up at a point where one of our players was actually already eliminated. We had a player named Esser that had less than one big blind and got it in with Queen 9 off against 7 deuce, and magically 7 deuce ended up winning. But I think everything should be figured out at the moment. Unfortunately, we don't have a webcam as well, so we can't show our beautiful faces. But Ryan, why don't you say hello?
Emilio, we are so excited to be here, coming to you on our first stream at OC Poker Live. We're joining hands in action. We did start six-handed in this $250 Almighty Stack event. Had 586 runners, or excuse me, 568 runners. 62 bagged and 6 made it back to today. You see the final 5 all playing for first prize today of 21,500 and change. This is the first multi-day event other than our Deep Stack series we had just a while back here in Orange City. We're very excited to be here. It looks like we have an all-in here. Lunique in seat 1 coming to us from Georgia, previously from South Florida, big tournament player. And David, our local golfer. Looks like we have deuces versus ace-king suited all in, and that's a real flip. It looks like 50-50 on the screen.
Yeah, like you said, we did have 6 players. However, it looks like we might end up having 4 after this flip here.
You see Lunique is a shorter stack starting the hand with just 8 big blinds. We'll talk about the stacks and how many chips were in play in just a moment, but we don't want to miss any more action to this point. So you see the multicolored chips in play. Those blues are 25,000. The whites are 100Ks. And those cranberries are 1 million each. And there's your king in the window, along with 1 heart. So deuce is going to need a lot of help here after the flop.
Lunique did decide to take a pretty big risk, deciding to get it in with pocket deuces. David could have easily had any overpair. However, getting it in against ace-king is probably the best scenario you could have ended up with. However, ace-king just no mercy on the flop, drawing to a deuce, and unfortunately Luke here will be eliminated. Our second one in a row in only about 2 hands.
So getting caught up real quick, John Esser did start the day as a short stack, and he made $4,319 for his 6 plates finish. And then you see Lunique has dropped in 5th place for $5,180. And I believe I might be able to actually show that. If we can get this graphic to pop up. Oh, no, it shows the final 4, and here's the payouts. Bam. You can see 21K all the way up top, and 4th place now guaranteed $6,748. As we lose 2 players, you see tournament director Byron Rodriguez popping in to adjust the seats. Our dealer Faith is going, and we are 4-handed there. You do see the player in, I guess we'll call that spot 4.
Yeah, we are 4-handed not even 5 minutes into the stream right now.
Yep, that's David Grease stacking up those chips. Next to him you see Trey Johns, and then you have Adam Rouse. And the player in seat 6 is Michael Cessa, who just wants to be called Cessa. And this is actually his first live cash. He started playing poker about 3 years ago, mainly online, was into crypto online, and has given up his crypto media company to be a professional poker player full time. So things are going to balance out now. We did lose 2 players right away. You'd only got to see 1. We're hoping you say hi in chat and talk to us about our new streaming feature table over here in Orange City. We're pretty excited. Just finished our expansion, now at 58 tables, including this stream. Brand new chips, brand new tables, brand new tournaments. Pretty excited to be here.
Yes, we are very excited to have this new stream set up here in Orange City. We have lots of big plans coming up, including plans for a Moneymaker Tour in December. We are going to be live streaming the main event there, and I'm not sure if there's any other events.
We're going to do a cash or a meetup game stream. Moneymaker going strong, multiple stops around the country, and making another stop in Central Florida. Very excited to have them here. 23 events with 700,000 in prizes. Something that all these players that made the final table got, the unofficial 9-handed final table, all received a $350 seat into our Ultimate Mega Satellite, which comes up the night before Moneymaker begins, December 3rd. It's a $350 buy-in, Emilio, and you win 3 different tickets into Moneymaker Trophy events: the $500 kickoff, the $1,100 single day 50K, and the $1,500 main event. So 3 different trophy events for a $350 satellite if anyone wants to play. But all 9 of these players were given it. Emilio, it says your mic's a little low. I might have to make a little adjustment here for you.
Yeah. Okay. We'll just stick it in my mouth.
Emilio's here at 80%, which 80% Emilio is better than 100% Ryan's. You're lucky to have him here.
Anyways, we got Michael with the classic Doyle Brunson here on the button, deciding to open some suited hand, pretty speculative, but when you're on the button over 2 players that are somewhat deep, you could pretty much open any 2, more or less.
And since he is more of an online player, do you think that factors in here, maybe his decision-making pre-flop, especially short-handed?
Yeah, he may think that he might have an edge over these players as well. That should be something to consider when you are opening speculative hands pre-flop. However, he is going to get 3-bet by Queen Jack suited. And Trey waking up with pocket kings here, just flat calling the 3-bet from David. That should set off some alarm bells for Michael. However, there's too much in the pot. So he is going to, it looks like he's reaching for calling chips.
We're going to change his name to Cessa.
Yeah,
my bad. By Cessa. You're good. We had it on the screen. We had to reset the stream. So
Anyways,
we are going to be 3-handed?
Yeah, 300 pot, final 4. Flop comes ace-4-4. Now, that might look like a scary board for pocket kings. However, as we can see, there's nobody with an ace. When it just checks over to Michael after David 3-bets, he could consider going for a stab here. However, he decides to check it. If there are some checks on the turn, then that lets Michael, or sorry, what was his name again? It was
Cessa.
Cessa. It might let Cessa know that nobody has an ace. However, Trey might start betting.
Interesting, the 4 flush now for him, but the second ace coming, maybe Trey feels more comfortable that our kings may be good.
Yeah, and there's a lot of pocket pairs between aces and 4s that he could get value from that will continue to this turn.
$58 million chips in play, and you see this pot is swelled to about $10 million.
Trey ended up picking up that one. Nobody really flopping anything.
And Trey's sneaky chip stack here. It looks like David with 50 bigs, and Trey actually bumped him 57 now. Adam's your short stack with 17 bigs. So we did restart today at the 200,000, 400,000 level. That's with a 400,000 big blind ante. This was the almighty stack. All players did start with 100,000 in chips. They did start at 300, 500 blind. So don't think that they started with a billion big blinds to start. But great structure. Many players fired multiple bullets, telling us that you can't get better value. What's interesting is everyone at this final table was on 1 bullet.
That's amazing.
That is quite amazing.
Especially with such a low buy-in, you could just fan the hammer at those buy-ins and rebuy as much as you can until you get final table. But these guys just sticking it out and surviving through the end and thriving.
Even the experience for $250, it's a value to get 100,000 stack. Even if you bagging's great, but to play 8-10 hours with that many chips, it's a great learning experience. You can test some things out. There was also a multi-bag $1,000 bonus, which no one happened to hit this time.
Yeah, so we are having a blind versus blind scenario here. Trey not deciding to open in the small blind with Jack 10 suited. Deciding to show a little bit of mercy to Adam, I guess. Ends up folding. Adam picking up a pair of 3s on that flop.
See that we have the Snap Call in the chat. If you're not familiar, we have a partnership with the Snap Call podcast. Xavier, Ice, Fernando Hector stopping by doing live podcast on site at Daytona Beach and in Orange City, and also partners in our Ship It In Deep Stack tournament. It's a $250 buy-in, 5K guarantee, running every other month in each room. So when it's not in Daytona, it's in Orange City, and vice versa. A lot of fun. And you can catch those guys who want to meet them streaming their podcast live December 7th and 14th during the Moneymaker event. Be a lot of fun. I know Ice played in this. Didn't grab a bag, but did play. They did their podcast the other night. I didn't hear any bad beat stories, but I'm sure he got it in good.
Yeah, and like we said, if you want an opportunity to meet Moneymaker as well, we will having a meetup game in December.
Should we do one for you too? Want to meet up with Emilio?
I'm not that famous,
Oh.
or really talkative for that matter.
What would your rider be? Like your list of needs to come? Do you need like green Skittles and certain
I don't
items?
know. I would need the red carpet treatment. Adam deciding to just call in the small blind, not raising with his suited hands. Michael picking up a pair of twos in his hands, deciding to raise it up.
He bets the new rainbow, which looks like 1.45 million, if you can tell by the chips. Is that right?
Yeah, the dealer-friendly 1.5 million.
Yeah, so the reds, or the cranberries, we're calling them, are $1 million. The whites are 100,000, and the blues are 25,000. Keeping 3 chip denoms in play. It was kind of fun to start this tournament. Everyone started with a ton of chips, 100,000. We had 5 color chips in play. Brand new chips here in Orange City. Very excited about. You see our dealer Faith getting some love in the chat. Got some other special dealers coming for you for this event. Got a great staff in Orange City. Great team put this together. This was the last phase of our expansion. We're super excited to get the stream going. We've never done a stream here. Started off with a little hiccup today, but you know what? Learning experience, and when Emilio's here, good things happen.
We're here.
We're feeling good about it.
Yeah, and if you guys are curious, those maroon chips are 1 million apiece.
We tried to call them cranberries, but they didn't really have a pink for us, but they're like burgundy.
I like saying maroon.
Maroon?
Adam,
Yeah, but Adam's like a Crimson Tide guy. That's kind of confusing me. Alabama and the maroon chips. I'm not a fan of that.
well,
So
he
I'm going to
does.
guess, is that like 9,050,000? It's hard to tell. Or 950,000. See? Even I'm confused.
I am the worst at counting stack sizes.
I'm glad you
just
still
by
deal.
looking at it.
Yeah, I'm glad you still deal. I see a suit, so that must mean Tournament Director Byron Rodriguez is watching the action up close. There's no camera in here. You don't get to see us with our... is that Gengar? I'm familiar with the evolutions.
Yeah, I am wearing a Pokemon shirt.
I'm wearing a Duke shirt, supporting my wife in college basketball, I should say.
So Adam raising to 950K in the button, a little bit over a 2x raise. David is getting a price here to call. Queen 3 suited being dominated by the Ace 7 suited here. Both drawing to spades. I'll pull the spade.
Why aren't stack sizes anywhere? So we're seeing what you should be seeing at home. I'm surprised you're not seeing them. I'll click a button or two in a second here. Let's get through this one. So we've got the old Jack, Jack 5, 2 spades, 2 players having flush draws.
Yeah, they might be hesitant to bet with those flush draws, though, with the pair being on the board. Michael going to check it over to the preflop aggressor. David deciding to think a bit here.
Check.
Ends up checking.
Adam on a short stack and 3 milli out there. Might as well take a stab. Grabbing like 600K here. Sizing up more. Oh. Almost a half pot bet, maybe more, 1.7 million. Good guess.
That was a very good guess.
First time. If I can guess the lotto numbers this week, I'll be on a roll.
Now, will David continue with his flush here?
On a paired board, drawing against the third nut flush, kind of tough.
He is also drawing to his pair outs like a queen or a 3 hitting on the turn.
That's why I play multiple card games. 2 cards is too easy for me. You had all these answers locked up.
It's on my clipboard. Does take the time to think about it. Adam opening on the button here could be pretty wide and just could be continuing his entire range here.
Little quick intermission here.
It looks like he's about to call.
Calls with the rainbow.
Yes. Does end up making the call. Now his only two clean outs here are a queen or a 3. Unbeknownst to him. There is a 4 of hearts on the turn. Adam does have some showdown value here with an ace high flush draw. So he might end up checking it over if he doesn't think that, or if he knows that David doesn't have a jack or a pair or anything like that. But it looks like he's going to continue. And an all in. There's no way David could really continue here. Absolutely no way.
Does make the lay down. Adam's going to chip up quite a bit here. We will show the payouts for everyone. So as far as the chip counts go from big blinds, the stream can be set up to do cash games or tournaments, and there's some things for us to glitch out before the next stream. So sorry if it's an inconvenience today, but we'll try and press the buttons and get you these stack sizes when possible. When it's a cash game, everyone wants to see the stack. When it's a tournament, everyone wants to see the blinds. In a cash game, everyone wants to see the VPIP. Not an important stat in tournament since you're in the blinds right now 50% of the time.
Yeah, we're trying to get like a nice middle area for everyone to enjoy their stack counts.
So at this tournament, we have 56 million worth of chips in play, which is crazy, four-handed here. 100,000 starting stacks in the Almighty stack. Special Almighty trophy available too. Did have 568 runners, 62 did bag.
Yeah, that Almighty trophy has a really nice JPEG on it of some poker chips, so.
Someone's asked about the Moneymaker Tour in chat. We're very excited. The Moneymaker Tour is coming December 4th through 16th. 23 trophies, 700,000 in guarantees.
Michael picking up pocket jacks on the button here. Now we have seen him open pretty wide before with 10 deuce suited. However, he does have a strong hand now.
At the old 950,000.
That's what it looks like.
We love these chips, by the way. If you haven't played in Orange City lately, we have 2 new sets of tournament chips and the nicest cash chips in Florida right now, guaranteed. Come check them out. Take one as a souvenir. The $100 chip's my favorite. Just a little too rich for my souvenir taste.
Michael ended up taking that down pre-flop. That's always a nice thing to do when you have pocket jacks. Not many people like playing that post-flop.
Just notice his hat. Do you think he's going to buy us a couple beers afterwards, no matter what happens? Rocking the Guinness? You don't think so? No. Production team back here giving the negative vibe on the free beers.
You could do it. You're free to ask him.
I mean, I'm not afraid to ask anyone anything. I just, you know.
Shameless.
Free beer. The best beers are free, bud.
That's true.
So still at 400,000 big blind, with the big blind ante being 400. They will be jumping up to 250 and 500K when this level ends. These are 40-minute levels, switching down to 30-minute levels once we get heads up. Looks like Michael getting some good card distribution early. Ace-King offsuit now. That's 2 flush draws, Emilio, under the gun.
Yeah, he's on a little bit of a heater. Opening under the gun here should look a lot stronger than him opening on the button.
We'll flash the payouts again. Right now, the players have locked up 6,748, with the top prize being 21,000 and change. That's what everyone's aiming for. And here's a classic monster truck collision. Queens versus Ace-King off.
Yeah, this is Very scary scenario for both players. Trey definitely going to raise this one from the small blind here. Now the question is Michael going to decide to just stick it in here at 22 big blinds?
If he was playing with the snap call, he'd ship it in because that's the name of the tournament.
I would say it's more likely for him to just jam with ace-king suited instead of just ace-king offsuit, especially because Trey is 3-betting from the small blind, which is going to be a lot stronger.
That should make Adam's decision pretty easy, right?
Yeah, pocket fours would be nice to just call if it was only Michael I'm sorry, Cessa opening. However, with a 3-bet right next to act, just cannot play that.
Alexa just call. He'll be in position.
Yeah, like I said, it was more likely for him to just ship it in if he had ace-king suited. But ace-king off is a hand where you don't really need to risk your entire tournament life on it.
Wish we had the webcam so I could show everyone how the dimmed light in here is so nice for us.
Trey flopping a set here on a pretty wet board. Michael only having the king of hearts here and decides to check this one back. Another heart comes on the turn.
That's dangerous when Trey checks that under repping there, but now all kinds of straight draws out there, flush draws, pretty crazy.
Yeah, but you have to imagine that Trey probably at the the worst hand she probably has here is ace-king or like ace-queen suited or something like that. And Michael doesn't really want to bet into a range that looks that strong. And now that Trey goes out for 2.5 milli here, it's going to be hard to put him on a hand that Michael has some showdown value against.
What factors in for him having the king of hearts in his hand?
The king of hearts, it is a blocker to like some like ace-king suited, some suited kings like bluffs, like maybe like king-jack suited or something like that.
But he's not going to put her on 3-bet and pre-flop with king-jack.
Yeah, I really don't. Well, that's what I'm saying. It could be like a 3-bet bluff or something like that with like king-jack suited if he was doing it like in a polar kind of way. But it could tempt him to continue here, drawing to that heart on the river.
Get better than 3-1 on his call.
And that's what it looks like he's doing. And the heart does come on the river. However, it gives Trey a full house.
She couldn't ask for a better card on the river. Looks like 4 million goes in.
And now Cessa has a decision.
He says all in.
Yeah, he snap called. Snap went all in and just, wow, loses that full house. That was a cooler.
Man, good game, man. Good game.
And that's going to knock Michael Cessa out in 4th place.
And I think, honestly, it could be the check on the flop that gave Trey that victory there. Because it's very hard to put her on a full house, especially when the river is a low card, a low pairing card. Like, when do you ever expect someone to have, like, you know, like 5-4 suited or something like that, 3-betting in the small blind? You don't. So the only thing she could have done is like flop the set flop the set and then checked it, and the action just did not allow Cessa there to fold.
Tournament director Byron Rodriguez announcing the blinds are up. So Adam ladders up here as we see dealer change to Valerie. Adam now guaranteed 9,700 from 6,700. It's a nice little jump there. So we are 3-handed in the almighty stack.
23 minutes into the stream now. We are now 3-handed. Went from 6 to 3 very quickly.
Something that was anticipated with this many chips in play. It is slightly unusual to be in these positions with these kinds of stacks. Kind of this deep in tournaments, normally you don't have a lot of room to make decisions. Maybe you're forced to play a little faster and players have to adjust to the chips in play.
Yeah, Trey now having over doubled both of their stacks.
You see Trey's shirt. Trey was telling us about some of the charity work that she's involved with. Over $3 million has been raised in the last few years by her for women coming out of incarceration. She also does a lot of work with veterans with PTSD for almost 12 plus years, doing all kinds of work to help in the community. And she's also a grandma she's pretty excited about. And Adam's story is Adam was playing daily tournaments and taking big events down, and took a break when his son was born. And he said him and his son were watching poker on stream or on TV, and his son says, "How come you're not in any videos?" And he said, "I'm going to go try this." And here he is at a final table. So shout out to Jaden. I'm sure we'll watch it either live now or the replay with his dad later.
His dad did it.
Yeah, I call, son. I'll be in.
I always love to see good Samaritans on the poker table.
Yep. And David right here with the hat. That's the hat of someone with 11 grandkids and 4 great-grandkids. Yeah.
That's a family. That's a lot of Christmas presents.
Well, he lives in Altamont Springs. They have a mall there, so he probably does your shopping. Nice and convenient. So
All
we're
right,
going to go 3 ways with Jack 9, Queen 9, and King 8 suited on an Ace 10 5 flop rainbow.
Now, I believe this was a limped pot. Everyone just putting in 500K here.
Yeah, the blinds that go up to 500K for the big and the ante, 250,000 for the small. Looks like a bet of 1.1 million.
Now, the blinds were in a they're the blinds, so they could pretty much have any hand just checking in the big blind and
your range isn't capped in the
calling
blind.
and calling in the small blind. However, when Trey limps in the dealer button, a lot of the time what people limp is a lot of like weak aces or like weak ace suiteds or something like that. So she decided to rep her hand there and ended up taking down that pot.
In chat, someone's asking what tournament this is. This was our $250 buy-in 100K Almighty Stack tournament. We had 8 flights, got 568 runners, came back with 62 yesterday, and started with 6 today. All players came in today guaranteed $4,300. Right now we're playing up for $9,700 and change for third. First place will be $21,000 and change.
Yeah, honestly, a 568 entrants for the first big Orange City tournament, that's pretty significant, isn't it?
The structures that Byron and team put together are great. You always get a nice value, so I expect it. I know it's going to come with the Moneymaker Tour. Awesome events there, 23 trophy events, including some mixed events I'm pretty excited about. Players are having fun. Maybe we need to loosen up too. Are they still drinking out there? What's going on? We get some shots here. Production.
David waking up with pocket aces in the small blind.
We've seen queens, kings, and aces, and we're on hand 12 before the stream started.
Yeah.
Good distribution early here. So Adam raised on the button, but David's going to 3-bet with 2 pocket ones.
Trey here with ace 10 of diamonds here has a decision. Now this is once again a 3-bet on the small blind, going to look very strong, and ace 10 of diamonds getting out of there. Really good fold.
So a couple things to show you. This is the graphic we have, if you can see that. Moneymaker Tour, December 4th through 16th in Orange City in our newly expanded area. Check out the schedule online, and also the satellite the night before, the Ultimate Mega, which will be December 3rd, where for $350 you can win 3 different entries in the Moneymaker Tour, including the $500 kickoff, the $1,100 single day 50K guarantee, and the coveted main event, $1,500 buy-in, $300K guarantee. Get a chance to hobnob with 2003 World Series of Poker champion Chris Moneymaker, who has a reemergence over the last 4 or 5 years. Won $2.5 million off a satellite in 2003, and he's won at least a couple million just over the last few years.
Yeah, I remember his biggest score as of fairly recently in the past few years was his Triton score. Now, David did open... I'm sorry, that was another player. David picking up King Jack offsuit on the button here is going to open.
It's very confusing. There are 3 people here.
Yeah.
Keep track. I mean, maybe we are drinking. Who knows?
Maybe. You didn't before you came here?
Just this sugar-free Red Bull.
Sugar-free, quote-unquote.
Yeah, we don't have a Mountain Dew Zero here. If anyone's listening, I can help us out with that. Pocket trays. Adam's had a couple small pairs. Not some ideal situations to have them in, but He is ahead right now if we look at the equities. Looks like he's going to call the 3-bet. So we're going to go the flop heads up here with 3.2 million, or what we would call 6 point something bigs.
Yeah, this is a single raise pot. David flopping absolutely nothing on a paired wet board. Adam having pocket threes here is likely to continue to see bet on the flop. This could be one of those flops where you just continue your entire range here from the button.
Terrible flop, though, for that kind of pair. You get that counterfeit action.
Yeah, but there's so many hands that David could be opening on the button here with.
I'm just speaking for personal experience. I know the 10 would be coming if I had the trays.
You didn't have your lucky dice on you, though. David going to bet 1.4 million, a little bit less than a quarter of the pot. And there is a call. Turn is a deuce of hearts, putting out the flush.
Yeah, Adam has what I call the toilet flush draw. Everyone calls it the nut flush draw. To me, that's the toilet flush. Amelia, would you like a drink? Jonathan's offering. No, if they're not serving vodka, we're going to have to wait. We got great production guys checking in on us. Bring someone with the palm fronds to fan us off in here.
Now, David, if he thinks king high doesn't have showdown value here, then he should bet. He decides to go pretty big. It looks like over half the pot here. Yeah, 4.6 mil into a 6 million pot.
It's not an all-in, but it's almost telling him I'm all going to be all in. The way he grabbed those chips and put that stack in. He might actually have Adam covered. Those stacks of white are 2 million each with change behind, so that pretty much is all Adam's chips if you were to call.
Yeah, David is repping a very strong hand here. And Adam's now thinking about, okay, he's opened on the button. So his range is pretty wide from there, and now he's decided to bet big twice. So what is he representing? Aces, kings, pocket tens. I think a lot of the ace kings would have slowed down on the turn. And I think a flush would probably want to go smaller if he's trying to get value from a 10 or a lower pair. So Adam is making the right call and deciding to think about this for a while. However, it is going to make for a very difficult decision. Nail biter.
I think over the shoulder or on the other side is the tournament clock Adam might be looking at. He's not looking at us. I'd be sending up smoke signals, trying to give him a little read, but nope.
Yeah, Adam ending up folding.
All right, so what else do we have to talk about here? We can talk about, there it is, the Ship It In Deep Stack Tournament featuring the Snap Call podcast. You can check them out live on location while they do their podcast December 7th and 14th in Orange City. But it looks like we have the wrong date on this one. Their next event, I believe, is in December in Daytona. It is a 5K guarantee. Take that one off. But there's the Moneymaker Tour again. Exciting.
Adam stack now dwindling down to 11 big blinds.
128 people in chat. If you're not a bot, let us know. We're excited to see you.
Sorry. King of Hearts.
Amelia has promised to give some stuff away for people that talk in chat, whether it's donuts or maybe some new OC merch or Daytona merch. Got the new hats. Have you seen those yet? You might have been out a few days. Got brand new hats in. Got the new teal colored hoodie pullover. Got some great merch available.
You know what? If you come and visit me, I'll let you sign the cast that I have on right now. But anyways, Trey on the dealer button now.
People don't realize what a trooper you are to be here in the condition you're in and have to deal with me. I'm sure the aches and pains are much worse in that seat.
Yeah, we don't have a webcam right now. However, I am wearing a cast because I did suffer from a traffic incident a few days ago. Sticking it out here to be here for Orange City. I love repping everyone here.
The first person that comes into this room that has a shirt that says "not a bot" on the back, I'm gonna buy merch for. I promise you. That's my thing. Not a bot.
Sticky bun.
A lot of players played this tournament, some big names. It was a great structure. They're going to do their own version of the Almighty Stack in Daytona in January. Don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. I think that one might be a 400 buy-in with a 150K guarantee. So be on the lookout for that. But this is the kind of structure everyone likes. So for a nice price, get yourself in. I know they did satellites for this one, and they'll probably do them for that one as well.
Yeah, I know we do actually have some new merch.
Oh, we
that was
do. I don't
posted
have
here.
pictures to share. And I just noticed when the players do go on break at the end of this level, we don't really have anything to show you all because they took our webcam away. So we might have to go on break with you or
We could give it to
play
the dealer.
slides. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if the players at home want to watch the color up, but we'll see what happens. We got some time to go before. We're on a half-hour delay here. We do it safely, probably the best way to do it. So we are seeing what you are seeing in real time for us. It happened 30 minutes ago because that's how we do it for the safety of integrity of the stream.
Now it looks like there's going to be a blind versus blind scenario here. Did David with 10 deuce suited, electing just a call. Now Trey obviously just going to check.
It was
it with
only a
5
Doyle
deuce.
during the first few levels. Now it's not a Doyle for the first few
It's
hands.
still a Doyle.
Okay.
Doyle never dies in poker.
All right.
Now this board is very interesting. David picking up a pair of 10s here.
A lot of chatty conversations here, David and Trey.
Sexing a check. David not being too concerned about a spade coming out on the Turner River. And the deuce on the river.
2-pair.
So do I.
Oh, you beat me.
Doyle Brunson taking it for down.
They were playing a version of Carolina Flip 'em, something my wife taught me way back in the day, the way they showed those cards one at a time. 13th place with aces cracked. Sorry to hear that, Eric, but hey, you made a run. I know 62 players back, so that's still quite an accomplishment. That means you're on your way. As my wife says, on to the next one. That is the joy of Florida poker. We have options all the time for you. If you don't play poker tournaments, we have cash options for you.
Oh yeah.
You got to get out of the house on Black Friday. You better come either Daytona or Orange City. $1,000 20-minute high hands from 11 a.m. till midnight.
Cash is the best in Orange City.
Let your spouse shop, as my wife would come and play while I'm shopping so she can break even with the spending. Everyone thinks it's vice versa, but no, she's the player. I'm the shopper. All the needless garbage in the house. She needs to win a lot of money to pay it off.
So David and Trey have been having some pretty friendly banter now, but Adam's pretty much steaming in the corner with 10 big blinds to look him to make a hand here.
He's an Alabama fan. You can never get rid of him. They don't
David's
go anywhere.
deciding to play a little bit on the tighter side with 9-7 of diamonds not opening on the button.
You know, Alabama is like number 2, but Michigan's number 1. Or it might be Notre Dame's number 2. All-time wins in college football.
Yeah, and we can see Trey doing the exact opposite and deciding to open with 5 deuce suited.
Oh, the Panda. Are you familiar with the Panda? The old 5 deuce. Oh,
Yeah.
Adam's going to be all in, and he's dominating 5 deuce if he gets the call. Trey may call for equity and, what is it, like 10% or 20% of her stack, maybe?
So, yeah, so Adam is jamming with the short stack.
Oh, a little assist here, the Helmuth move, grabbing someone else's chips.
And Trey decided to open pretty big. He decided to open to 2.1 mil, I believe, over a 500K big blinds.
That's called putting your hand in the cookie jar.
Yeah, so she pretty much opened, and the math she needs to do right now is did she put in 33% of what's in the pot right now?
Because she's getting 3-1. Actually, would have been a good call
Yeah.
equity-wise, but it's hard to tell that. And then when you see you're actually dominated, it's not your favorite. Have you had the chance to touch one of those dealer buttons? Those things are almost a weapon. They're
Yeah.
pretty substantial,
Yeah,
aren't they?
they could definitely break someone's head
You don't
open
need
if
brass
you throw 'em
knuckles.
at
If you, yeah, well, let's not bring ideas in, especially those $1,000 high hands. I want people to be in a good mood.
Security is on deck at Orange City, a very secure place,
There
by
you
the
go.
way.
Oh, excuse me. Let's just pause and say thank you for the update in the chat. Go Blue. Some Michigan fans. As Alabama looks on. There's a lot of Gator fans present and Florida State fans. Not a good time. Not a good time. We lost Amelia when it came to, as he would say, sport talk. No comment.
I am just trying to focus on the poker, my friend.
Queen 6 is one of those tricky ones. Will you ever look down at that and think it's pocket queens if you look the wrong angle? When the 6 is the second card?
I've actually done that before.
Yeah, so hey, look, that was poker talk.
I'm proud of you.
Yep, so Valerie's dealing for us. We started with Faith. Got some great dealers here at Orange City. If you haven't come out and played in a tournament or a cash game, we have lots of options for you, lots of ways to find out that information, whether it's through Bravo, Poker Atlas, OrangeCityPoker.com. We're on X, or whatever you want to call it these days, Facebook. This stream is coming to you from Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. We've grown 1 viewer since I mentioned how many viewers we had, so go ahead and share this. Yeah, let's build it up. Emilio promises free merch if we get 300 viewers.
Yeah, and that'll come out of Ryan's wallet.
Marketing budget, it's a secret.
That is our marketing
Make
budget.
sure you use a player's card, Emilio. If you build yourself up to Black Diamond, you can get 20% off one of our new hats or hoodies.
Really?
Yeah,
I
just
did
gotta
not
be
know
Black
that.
Diamond. Yeah,
You just have to play
a lot of
what is
hands.
it, like 10 hours a week.
Oh, how did I like John Jones' performance? Oh, was that a kidney or liver kick? He did do it.
No,
I saw a meme today of John. This will go past you, Emilio. I'm talking to chat. Sorry. It's a duck wearing a championship belt, and they called it John Jones. But all right, go back to the poker.
Yeah. Adam deciding to raise off of a short stack here on the button. We are three-handed, so it's very reasonable for him to do that. However, with a short stack, he should be sticking to playing a little bit tighter, I would say.
Does it make it look stronger when you have that chip stack and you are making moves?
It just makes people more hesitant to 3-bet you because they know that if they 3-bet you, they're pretty much going to lock you into shipping it, you know? A little bit of camera issues here, but it looks
When
like we're
you
getting
make
into
that bet and get a call, it's always going to induce someone in Trey's spot to come in, so now you end up three-handed.
Yeah, we are getting three-handed here. Now, unbeknownst to him, Adam still does have the best hand here.
Something about the King 8 I'm not a fan of, but we have 5 ace Trey on the flop.
Yeah, and here the blinds could just have absolutely anything, you know? So I think what this is going to come down to is, are these people in the blinds going to end up donking? Well, the answer is no. So Adam is now going to freely be able to c-bet here and represent an ace, and we'll probably get them both to fold.
So for those of you at home that don't speak poker, I got a little bit of what he said. Having the ace come out, most players are going to check to the pre-flop aggressor, but when an ace comes out and they bet out, that would be called donk betting, trying to take over the lead.
Well, pretty much any kind of board, yeah.
So them not betting out there leads Adam to believe that his king is good enough to take it down, whether it's a bluff or I guess you're not really value betting there. Just wanted to shout out my favorite Orange City dealer, Lucia. She's a good one, and she's a poker floor supervisor. She's fantastic. We have a great staff here in Orange City, and I'm sure we'd have love for all the different dealers and staff if they were to make an appearance on stream. So come by and check us out. Get yourself in one of these Great American Poker Tournaments or the Moneymaker event. Maybe a final table. We're going to have some cash streams here, too, I'm very excited about.
Oh, yeah.
And this table is prepared to do 4 cards, Emilio. So we might have some mixed games on this table, and I can't wait to see the 4-card streets. That's where I'd be more comfortable.
I would love to see what kind of traction PLO streams would get.
Did you know that I went down south a month ago and donked off a chip stack and ended up taking second place in a horse tournament in the Moneymaker? I could have been the first in Palm Beach last month.
Oh.
I went down and had the chip lead heads up at Emilio, and let the guy win. He was a nice guy. And
You let the guy win?
it was a nice trophy, and you know what? I had enough stuff in the car. I didn't really have room, but fun event. Moneymaker was fun, and then I almost made the final table the next night in the Limit Omaha. So if it's mixed games, I'm your guy. If it's 2 cards, I'm gonna lean on your knowledge here.
There you go. If you're in a...
Were you gonna age me? Were you gonna say something like you're playing with old folks like Ryan?
I would never.
I thought
Ryan.
that's where he was
I
going.
would never.
He had that guilty look.
Ha 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 ha. I would never.
He did.
All right.
Back to the action. Jack 10 offsuit. That's 2 flush draws on the button. Adam with 8-5 off, and the small is going to get out of the way. See what David gets to defend with, and he has a lowly Jack 6 squadouche.
Yeah, he just has a check here. I could vouch for sometimes mixing things up and just attacking a button limping range, but now he does end up flopping an open ender here with Jack 6 off.
From the big blind, though, Trey would be worried about some kind of combo like that when he is checking here.
Yeah, this board, being as wet as it is, it could be a board where you just want to check your entire range as a pre-flop aggressor, but
That's a pretty large bet.
deciding to just donk out for 2.1 mil.
Yeah, he bets over pot. Pretty strong bet there.
Yeah, it's a good bet to deny equity from a lot of hands that contain an ace in it, like ace king, ace queen, or like anything that she could be. Well, I guess she wouldn't have those hands if she's limping in the big blind, but just to deny equity from overcards.
So our blinds are 500,000 and 250,000 for the small blind, 500K for the big blind ante. There you can see in blinds and in chips, and then also we'll glance at the payouts. All these players have locked up 9,700. But going for first, the trophy, and then 21K. Remember, all these players also did get a satellite seat for $350 into the Ultimate Mega the night before the Moneymaker kicks off. It's a great satellite. Check out more information at orangecitypoker.com. Or just come in and grab a flyer, because, boy, do we have pamphlets for you. That is my third favorite starting hand, the 7-4 hearts.
7-4 suited?
Yeah, well 4-7 of clubs is first.
He just threw it in the garbage, so...
Well, that's the third best. 4-7 of clubs is first, diamond second. It's not a great play three-handed. Like, full table against kings, I'll take the 4-7 suited all day. The stream delay is 30 minutes. We do it for the safety and integrity. The cards are never shown on the RFID until right now, 30 minutes later, when we see them with you. Even the operators, the cameras, and everything in back cannot see anything except for chip counts and what's shown to the rest of the table. So a very safe stream here.
David deciding to call with an extremely speculative hand here. A little bit of camera delay. Looks like that overlay's still working though. So it looks like our flop is a king high flop, king queen 8 rainbow. Nothing really going on for either player here. Trey just decided to bet this out, and David's just gonna fold.
You know what I just realized? This was a former movie theater. Actually, the players are sitting what was formerly known as Theater 2 that used to show movies, and now we're live streaming. It's kind of an interesting thought. Okay,
I
that's
guess
it.
we are in a way showing a movie.
You know, my ADD today catching up. But we're looking forward to Moneymaker also. We had Mr. Tony Burns, partner in the Moneymaker Tour, kind enough to drop off some banners to represent. See Chris in the background when he was younger. Have a chance to come meet him and play for one of the 23 trophies that will be up for grabs with 700,000 in guarantees this December as Moneymaker makes a return to Central Florida at Orlando's closest poker room.
The Moneymaker Tour is always an amazing event. We've been having it in Daytona for the past few years, but now it is finally coming to Orange City for the first time.
And some sick cash games pop up around it too. A lot of players come from all over Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, up north. It's a great event.
Yeah, lots of players with a lot of money.
That's true. That's true. And a lot of people leave with money because there's some big payouts in those.
True.
And the satellites are incredible because that's the whole point of the Moneymaker Tour is they start with $86 and turn it into a 10K seat into $2.5 million. So we will have satellites as low as 186, 86, 350 for the multi-events. So here we go right now. Emilio catch up on the action as I take a sip of the Red Bull.
David opening with ace-6 offsuit. Adam just ripping it all in with 20 big blinds here.
And he's ahead.
Top. Yeah, he's ahead, but it's a very interesting play. He is being smart in the way that he's attacking a button open. I don't know if necessarily going all in is a correct move to do that, but I do respect it.
He's got 11 grandkids and 4 great-grandkids. He doesn't want any horseplay here. He's watching.
Yeah, he is apparently flew down here from Hollywood as well.
Man, it's too bad Justin didn't make the final table. We'd have some nice thoughts about him. Maybe he's up on a roof watching this. Sorry, a little trolling on chat. You know what I've noticed? The competing card rooms in the area haven't trolled us in chat yet. They probably have nothing to talk about since we're beating guarantees.
Yeah, we haven't gotten any advertisements from.
We're not going to talk about it, but
rooms.
we also haven't had to fund our guarantees. We're doing pretty good over here.
We got 2 staff members with the ban hammer on ready.
We have $110,000 was this prize pool. 8 flights to get in, 250 buy-in, 100,000 starting stack. Blinds were 300 and 500 to start. And as you see now, they're using starting stacks as ante chips pretty much. You see the white chips are 100,000, the blues are 25K, and those, whatever you want to call them, cranberries, maroons, whatever makes you happy, are 1 million. And at some point, we'll see a lot of those in play because there's 58 million chips in play, three-handed here on day 3 of the almighty stack. Coming to you on a small delay on our first OC Poker live stream in Orange City, which is Orlando's closest poker room. Emilio, how was your drive today?
It was actually smooth. I-4, you know, being known as the greatest highway in Florida, you know. There's never any accidents. There's always smooth traffic. Never any trucks, you know, just always go through cleanly, you know.
For sure. Well, I guess I'm hungry. That was a interesting sound effect. Jack Deuce, as my old boss used to say, squadouche. Ace 4 off. Emilio, that's an interesting question. We're getting from Snap Call and chat. Who's our Mount Rushmore poker as we have delay here? I think Stu Unger's on there. I have to think about the other names. But Stu's on there for sure.
Phil Ivey.
Yeah, I guess so. 2 different straight draws here. 1 open, 1 gutter with a pair. Backdoor diamonds also. Equities are closer than you would think in this spot.
Yeah, it would be really interesting if an ace came out on the turn. Adam deciding to bet his open ender here. 600K. About half the pot. Gets a call from David with his pair of 4s.
Adam and David's chips are getting a little closer. That's a
That is a straight.
pretty big card here for Adam.
It does put out the one-liner here. Blind versus blind scenario. Adam could for sure have any 2, any 7 in the deck.
And David's only drawn to a straight for a chop, I believe.
Yeah, and it looks like he's betting. Huh. Decides to actually overbet 3.2 million, and
That's the second time he's done an overbet. Now puts Adam in a position here where Adam could be drawing to a chop here if David did have a 7.
yeah, and like I said, the same thing goes for David. David could have pretty much anything in a blind versus blind scenario here.
So Adam does
Decides
make
to
the
just
call.
I really think David is going to find a lot of... Oh, okay, that's not really going to change anything, though. I think David should probably give up this river unless he just ships it over Adam. Because
He
I
would
think,
put Adam in a tough spot, though.
yeah, I think Adam has to be, like, committed, though. Yeah.
I think he ended up with showdown value there with 2 pair and didn't want to risk it against a straight.
Yeah, I guess he could. He has some showdown value over some other 2 pair, like 6-5, 4-3, all that fun stuff.
He still has plenty of chips in play. You can see a little frustration on his face. So going back to the Mount Rushmore poker, I'm thinking about it now, and I think Chip Reese is on there. I think Doyle Brunson, Stu Unger. Mount Rushmore only has 4 spots normally. I mean, there's an argument where you just put Phil on there, and that could be Ivy or Helmuth. But you got to have Chip Reese, Doyle, Stu Unger. I don't know. It could be even Benny Binion. If it wasn't for Benny Binion, we wouldn't have poker tournaments. So it's a good question, but 3 out of 4 of them on there.
You're making me feel like a baby with all these names. I don't recognize half of them.
Well, you know Doyle. Chip Reese, we'd have to talk about nicest guy in poker. But Stu Unger, legend.
All right, Adam, King 3 suited. He has climbed his stack over David's now. Previously was sitting at 10 big blinds not too long ago. Grinded his way back to 33 now. Deciding if he wants to bet his suited king, and he does. Suited kings being pretty trendy nowadays in tournament.
Yeah, that's that solver talk. King 4 suited is worth a race pre, they say. I don't know.
Ends up just taking it down pre-flop and continues to catch up to Trey.
Let's show those stacks real quick. Show them in blinds and in millies. So there you see Adam with 18 million. And Adam started the day, I believe, 4th in chips with just under 8 million. So he's accumulated quite a bit. You see the blinds at 500,000, 250 with a 500K big blind. Oh.
Yeah.
Those who know. I mean, great minds think alike.
Trey, not too long ago, was sitting at 80 big blinds and was just sitting pretty to get first, but Adam, like a cockroach, just
Oh, well.
gets refusing to bust out of this tournament.
That must be an
refusing to die.
SEC, like a Southeastern Conference thing. I don't think you're just attacking Adam in general.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying he's hard to kill.
Oh, like Steven Seagal. There you go. That's another reference you wouldn't get.
I get that.
8-7 suited. It's a pretty one pre-flop, but King Queen suited could be pretty nice too.
Yeah, King Queen suited, definitely pretty sweet looking hand in the big blinds.
They used to call that hand the Hawaiian hand back in the day. They said King Queen's a Hawaiian hand. If you didn't play it, all the money you saved would be enough to travel to Hawaii every year.
Fun fact from Ryan. Now,
There's
of
a
course,
nice flop for
when you have
8-7.
King Queen suited, I don't think there's ever been a time where someone's had King Queen suited and there wasn't an ace on the flop.
But right now, that's the nut no pair, by the way.
That is true. Trey does pick up a flush draw here. Adam does have 2 overs to the 8-7. However, Trey having more equity here. It is a pretty small bet. I could see a world where Adam continues here, trying to put Trey on a hand where, like, she just has some suited connectors like she does right now. However, he does just lets the hand go.
Why battle the chip leader? Must have a lot of free time, chat says. I only wish I had some. Like the movie with Adam Sandler, I could just stop time and get caught up on work.
Listen, you're working the best job in the world right now.
What, next to you?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, could be digging ditches, Emilio. Well, you couldn't right now with that cast on, but we could be digging ditches.
I could be attempting to dig ditches.
We could be dealing like Valerie. We could say every day we're shuffling.
I'm definitely not dealing right now. Maybe I could do like the one-handed trick where I could pitch. You ever see those YouTube videos where you pitch with one hand?
Yeah, those are the people that come to audition. We send them home.
Fair enough.
They go to those dealer schools in Tampa. No comment. We are three-handed here with $9,786 locked up for our third place finisher. It's a $250 buy-in. Almighty stack. Fun trophy. Can't wait to see it when we get heads up.
Adam grabbing some pretty big chips here.
1.1er.
Yeah, I thought he grabbed another one, but ends up raising to 1.1 million. Just barely over 2x. Definitely a very tempting call from the big blinds.
Emilio, you're saving some money because we're 163 viewers away from hitting 300. Where you have to buy some merch.
Thank God. Anyways, David flopping trips on a very wet and a very dynamic board. Lots of overcards to come.
All I heard in my head was Borak going bingo, bango, bongo, hitting three of a kind on
Blah
the
blah
flop.
blah blah blah.
Exactly.
It's like the monkey with tambourines, you know.
And then you see
It's just going off in your head.
you flop that, and your opponent's grabbing chips.
Yeah, I'm surprised the big smirk isn't going on David's face right now. Especially when he bets a little over half pot. This is a board where you do want to continue as a pre-flop raiser. However, David's range could just be so wide right now. I imagine like Adam at the slightest sense of danger will just end up waving the white flag here. David deciding to slow play his hand.
I think Adam will sniff that out a little bit now. It's kind of a weird board to be played back against.
5 of spades on the turn. That is definitely a card where you might want to check, because all the flush draws that David could possibly have get there. You don't have the ace of spades. Maybe ace high has some showdown value. However, looks like he's reaching to bets.
What hands would he lead here with? Would he have eights full? Would you slow down? An overpair? What does he have? He doesn't have a flush.
Yeah,
Yeah, that looks a
he does
little
end up
suspicious
checking.
there. Grabbing chips and then checking. I think David's going to go for value now, try and build a pot up. Let me look back
He
here.
could play it a little sneaky. What do you think? Nah.
No, your goal is to get as many chips as you can in the pot here, and you're not going to be able to get them all in if you don't get more in on the turn, right?
Yeah, I just figured that this check on the turn just looks like Adam has some sort of pair between 8s and 3s, or just some
Oh,
weird. What just
I
happened?
heard all in and call, maybe?
There ain't no way. I don't believe you.
Okay.
Okay, I was about to say.
Maybe he announced a bet and it came out different.
No,
'Cause I thought I heard I
think he was
call.
asking how much.
Okay. Phew, that would have been a crazy one.
Yeah, yeah, that's. I would say that would
He
be
does show it.
suboptimal.
He does show it. So we reached our peak of 148, so you know what that means. It is time for a break. We're going to go ahead and pop off of the table.
You wanna count?
You will hear us, but if you need to take a break, you may, folks. We're here, but the
Yeah, we give you permission to take a break, guys.
table's on break. There was a question about, am I dissing dealers trained in Tampa? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm dissing people that pay for dealer schools that don't get trained to deal poker. Anyways, I was trained how to deal just south of Tampa at Sarasota, Florida back in 2006 when they opened up the Sarasota Kennel Club, and it was a great experience. So I myself am a, as we call, Gulf Coast or West Coast of Florida trained dealer who then earned my chops flooring in Daytona. And Emilio, here I am now grinding away with you in the stream streets here from Orange City.
Why did you leave us?
Why did I leave Daytona?
Why
When
did
they
you
opened
leave
up
us, Ryan?
they opened up the Orange City Racing Card Club, they needed some guy to be a nighttime manager, and somehow they picked me.
Somehow
Picked me.
I'm pretty sure they drew that your name out of like a big cauldron or something.
They
like that.
thought that the best way to get rid of me would be to move me to 2 a.m. starts, but like you said, cockroaches don't go away. I clawed my way down to sometimes earlier than 7 a.m. But we are on a delay as they're on a short break here.
Yeah, 24 hours. Orange City is. You
Open
can
on weekends.
come
Let's go to
here
this one instead.
pretty much anytime you want on weekends, and you'll
So
see
this is the
playing.
next big event. This will be happening in Daytona at the end of this month. This is a single day event. It is a chat's trying to get me to laugh. $500 buy-in, 100K guarantee, 30,000 units. 30-minute blinds, another great single-day tournament that Byron has dreamed up with poker manager Joe LaRosa from Daytona. So if you want to play for a big prize pool for $500 buy-in, you can do so. I'm sure there's satellites for that. That's a single-day tournament. Be prepared to grind. That'll be a long day. And then as we've talked about, we will be very excited to offer 23 trophy events and $700,000 in guarantees this December in Orange City, with some awesome satellites. We talked about the $350 Ultimate Mega, which gets you a chance to win 3 desired trophies. You can get the $500 kickoff event, which is a $200K guarantee, the first weekend of Moneymaker. You can get the $1,100 single day 50K guarantee seat, and you get a $1,500 main event seat. So you're getting all those seats, 500, 11, and 1,500, all for a $350 satellite. I believe we're guaranteeing 3 seats that night. That'll be the night before this, December 3rd, but we'll probably get closer to 6 or 8 packages given away that night. And if you're not playing the cash games or the tournament, you can definitely play cash with us, the 3K Power Hours. This will be on Black Friday. Typically, this is a Saturday promotion, but exciting for you all. We're bringing it to you the Friday after Thanksgiving. 1,000 every 20 minutes. And I don't know if everyone at home knows, we have the biggest and the easiest high hands to qualify for. All it takes is 1 card in your hand in any full house. You have a chance to get on the board there to take down $1,000. I'll be thinking about you all. I'll be cruising, Emilio. I don't know if you'll be dealing yet with your injury, but I will be somewhere in the Caribbean. Yes, that first slide did say the Ship It In Deep Stack tournament had the wrong date. As you can see in the chat, it's going to be December 1st. That's the Ship It In Deep Stack. It's a 5K guarantee, and that'll be in Daytona. And then the first weekend in January, the Snap Call guys will be back in Orange City, for the Ship It In Deep Stack Orange City event. It's always going to be the first weekend of the month and going back and forth between Daytona and Orange City. But you could also see them do their live podcast and look for their previous podcast. Do you know their most popular episode they've done live featured your boss, poker room manager Joe LaRosa?
Really?
Yeah, I'm calling him actually the 5th member of Snap Call. It's kind of disappointing because I did a stream or a podcast with him before that. They must have done some special editing because his really popped. So they owe me a return appearance because I'm going to compete with Joe, and slightly disappointed. But, Joe LaRosa does have a lot of great stories and very passionate about Central Florida poker. The one they're missing is Byron, but he's too busy to do podcasts, unfortunately.
Yeah, I would have to check that podcast out. That actually sounds like a really good way to spend my time.
I actually got one of their hats and wore it and played in the Moneymaker event, and I'm still not their #1 streamed podcast. So.
Wow, shame on them.
Bitter.
Do you think it's your fault or do you think it's the viewer's fault?
Definitely my fault. So they interrupted because they had to have Poker Pro Charlie Campos join, which I understand. So my segment got cut short. We didn't get to talk about UFC. Definitely could have talked some smack, talked some fantasy football. Maybe we'll have to do a fantasy draft with the Snap Call guys next year. Speaking of which, Byron will probably mute this part, but Byron and I are battling in fantasy this week.
Byron has no power over us.
We're the two high scorers for the week.
We are free spirits.
I saw your new hats. Maybe in chat, can you tell us what's up with the upside down all in? One of my staff members were asking. I saw you guys rocking the new Snap Call hats, just like we have this new the new Orange City and Daytona hats. Pretty exciting to get new merch all the time here. Sydney and I work together and got a great marketing team here now and making big things happen here.
Yeah, and $1,000 every 20 minutes is really, really good. Like, people do not know how amazing that is when they got promotions for we're gonna give away $100 every hour at some of the other poker rooms during.
Let's go back to this.
I mean Daytona and Orange City. I mean we're connected, right?
Yeah. We're we're good homies. We're
Good
cousins.
homies.
Yeah, we're neighbors.
Brothers from another mother.
Yeah, that too. Oh, getting some. My better half is telling me to censor it. So let's go ahead and go back live. And you see J-Lo, now our third dealer of the day. That's John. He's in. A little bit of color-up action occurred. The players will be jumping back in a moment here. Got our Faded Spade RFID cards on our new layout there. Chris Moneymaker in the background. We actually have plans for a display on the back wall there. This is temporary, so it'll be pretty exciting once we have our new glamorous display for y'all. I don't want to really hint it out, but it's going to be something a little bit different than Daytona, a little elegant. That way we can keep them separated, the Daytona Live and the Orange City Live, but we're excited.
Yeah, Orange City definitely has its own personality separate from Daytona, even though we are streaming on the Daytona live stream. We love to give a lot of love to both rooms. The same promotions are in both rooms. Black Friday promotions, all that will be in Daytona. So if you live closer over there, please be sure to check it out.
Absolutely, and a lot of our tournaments going back and forth, a lot of the players are heading over to Daytona, back to Orange City. Don't really have a slide for it, but something we're very, very excited about next year is actually the leaderboard. We're going to be doing a new monthly leaderboard tournament player system, cash paid out each month, and the points leader of each month is going to come back to a end of the year free roll for them, buy-in for everybody else with a bounty on them. It's going to be pretty excited. So we're going to do a new monthly leaderboard.
That sounds great.
Yep.
So leaderboard for our daily tournaments?
Absolutely. So that'll be coming, more information through December. But starting in January, there'll be designated events in both rooms that will accumulate points for the monthly leaderboard. And like I said, there'll be cash paid out for the top few players each month. But the overall points leader will be coming back for a pretty big tournament at the end of the year. I think it might be in January, February of 2026. And put some bounties on them, and we'll have some fun with it. Let's get the sound back here and let you see some action three-handed now. Remember, the players have locked up 9,700 and change for third. But first place is 21,577 plus the almighty stack trophy. So
yeah, and I got to say, our tournament community, both in Daytona and Orange City, have to be some of the nicest people I've ever met, to be honest with you.
Absolutely. Looks like we have an accessory change here.
We're coloring up still?
No, David changed his hat. He had the rugby, what do you call that, a bucket hat or a sun hat? Now he's changed it to a little beanie. Oh, Nebraska versus Alabama. I see what's going on here. Got a little rivalry here.
What are the blinds at now? 600,000? There we go.
Exactly. So we're at 600K, 300K with a 600K big blind ante. That says hand 27. We did miss a couple when we first started the stream today. But we are three-handed now. We had 6 players return from the 568 original entrants. And you know what I say every time I see it? You can't win a tournament if you don't get at least one walk. Don't know how true that is, but it sounds good.
I mean, walks are always good when you have some interesting cards in the big blind.
I thought it was interesting. I saw some walks in a limit tournament. I was like, how do you get a walk in a limit game?
Whoa.
Yeah, you got to be really tight. So welcome back. We did have upwards to 150-something viewers in. We're down to 90. So if you want to share this, we are live for you all on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. We're looking to get 300 viewers, so Amelia can give some merch out.
Yeah, I prefer to stick it at around $2.99, but you know what? Whatever happens, happens.
Actually, Ice, my money was on Paul Craig. I wanted Stipe to win, but my money was on Paul Craig, and I ate that wager. All right, pocket fours on the button, three-handed with 24 bigs.
He is going to open here. It looks like, you do it. You do it. 1.25?
Exactly.
There you go.
Yep. Reminder, the cranberries or the reds, depending on how you want to look at it, the maroons are 1 million each, the blues are 25K, and the whites are 100,000.
Trade just going to end up calling here. 7-3 offsuit is not a hand you would want to squeeze with, or call for that matter.
Adam was getting almost 6-1 on a call, right? But
yeah, but just that hand was
put more money in with 10-8 suited. Or what did he have? She has 10-8. What? I didn't see what he had. I must have messed that up. That's all good.
Anyways, 2 players with a flop here. Is it becoming queen high? Not
Pair
wet
4
and
still
slice.
good. Gutter for Trey. Backdoor clubs for Trey.
Yeah, 2 overs and a gutter here for Trey. David electing not to continue with his pocket fours here. Which, That idea not to c-bet becomes nicer when you get a shorter stack, such as 22 big blinds. Trade gonna end up half folding. Not even considering a call there.
A lot of people in chat talk about how they missed out on this final table. I mean, it was a pretty good structure. We had 62 players bag. Byron Rodriguez, from our director, did put up the $1,000 bag bonus if anyone wanted a multi-bag. So a lot of these multi-day tournaments, there is that bag bonus. It hasn't been hit yet, so I do urge you to take shots, especially in a structure like this. Try and get a second bag, take $1,000 down right away. But 62 runners returned yesterday. Heard there were some good beats and bad beats, depending on what side you're on. Led us to this final 6, but hey, if you almost made it, there's another one around the corner. Whether it's Moneymaker, or if we're going to do this almighty stack over in Daytona in January with a bigger guarantee and a slightly bigger buy-in. So lots of chances coming to play a great structure in Orange City or in Daytona.
Yeah, there's always something going on at every time of the month.
So pocket nines now. Going back to 1989, that's what won the World Series main event for Phil Hellmuth. 2 nines.
I did not know that.
Nope.
Anyway, she opens pretty big here.
Yeah, 600K. Standard open will be 1.2 or a little bit more than that. Goes to 2 million and a quarter.
Yeah, a little over 3x raise on the button here. I wonder if she is telegraphing her hand strength with her bet sizes. That's something I would have to keep in mind for later in the stream.
I have to go back and review the Queen's hand. So ace 4, 3 ways. Not a horrible hand here. The price is 1.4.
Yeah, it's just so
And a
much,
3.5.
such a big open.
Yeah, and having to play out of position. Discipline laydown. Some people speculate depending on their chip stacks here. Let's get a quick look at those again. So you see Trey in a pretty dominant lead here, 49 big blinds or 30 million. 16 million-ish for David and Adam on 12 million. But one double away for either of those players, and they're right back in it. So we are three-handed here, playing for 9,780 at the moment, but first place is 21,000. Haven't said it much. Second place, 15,000 and change.
Yeah, and we are working with 30-minute blind levels here, so these guys have plenty of time to play around with their current stack sizes.
No, they're actually, I apologize, they're 40. They're going back to 30 when they get heads up.
Oh,
These are 40-minute blinds. Yeah, they're long blind levels. Unless they made a change I wasn't aware of.
I'm going to open to a more reasonable size for 1.4 milli. David letting go his hand and Trey just giving him the pot. No contest.
We'll pick up there for Adam.
It's always nice to take down the blinds. Unless you have aces.
You don't think the orange fire from the Great American Poker Tour jazzes up the stream a little bit? So, Steve, this is a temporary setup. As you see, the black banner, the step and repeat and back, is usually portable. We posted it up today. This was the last phase of our expansion, and we definitely wanted to get streaming as soon as we could. There are plans to make that wall have its own unique personality, and it's coming soon. The Mega Ultimate for the Moneymaker gets you a $500 seat, an $1,100 seat, and a $1,500 seat. 3 big trophy events, all for $350. We're guaranteeing a bunch of those seats on December the 3rd, I believe, at 6 p.m. So make sure you're in Orange City.
Yeah, I don't know if you've seen our Daytona streams, but we have a beautiful lit up sign behind the live stream table there, giving off some neon vibes.
Yeah, the production team and maintenance facilities team that built everything at both rooms does a great job, and great leadership, great vision to bring streaming to Central Florida and do this expansion in Orange City to have these big events. It's been a monumental undertaking, especially with COVID and construction and weather, but here we are.
Yeah, we're trying to keep poker alive.
Yeah, making poker great again in Central Florida for sure.
Yeah, that's a MPGA. I'm not even.
That's a lot for a hat, for
Yeah.
sure.
tray. Now opening. So I guess she does kind of telegraph her hand strength with her open sizes, because now she's going to pretty, well, smaller relative to what she opened earlier with pocket nines.
But as my wife says, they have to pay attention to know this. You're paying attention.
As your wife says.
I always tell her, hey, I haven't played a hand in 3 hours, and he still called. And she said, you're thinking he paid attention.
Yeah.
It's very true.
It is something that pretty hard to notice whenever you can't really see their hold cards. You just have to really, really be paying attention. And at this stage of the game, I'm hoping they are. David ends up calling with Jack 3 of clubs. However, his club draw is not good. King in the window here. David flopping pretty much nothing.
I feel really bad for saying this, but all of a sudden I looked over and it almost looked like Where's Waldo?
Oh my god.
Now you're going to see it every time. Sorry to do that to you, David.
You didn't, yeah, you did that for the entire stream. For
Oops.
all of our viewers, you just ruined it.
Oh, boy.
That's crazy.
Trey does bet, takes it down. Moving on to hand 33 of this stream. Started 2 or 3 hands late. Had a couple technical difficulties, but thankfully our IT team got it together to get our first stream going. But Emilio and I are used to a glitch here or there, and that's what makes us stronger. These glitches aren't killing us.
Yeah, we've been through some trials and tribulations here.
We're just lucky we didn't have the webcam on. It would have been really fun in here. Dylan was working at a feverish pace to bring this to you all. We wanted to make sure that everyone got to see every hand. And we did start with 6. We're down to these 3. And you see their stacks.
Magic.
Let's get rid of that. Take that stat away.
Alright, Adam here, Queen 6 offsuit. Not gonna be that loose on the button. Maybe when we're heads up, but not 3 ways. David does not like to allow walks, does he?
Well, Trey got a walk a few rounds ago, remember? I even brought a comment to it. You can't win if you don't get a walk.
Oh?
Ooh.
Okay, maybe he just loves 6-5 offsuit. Maybe he does like giving walks.
I don't know how often you get walks, dude, but you always look at your hand. Sometimes I don't because it's frustrating if I had like aces the first time in forever.
I'd never look at my hand when it comes to like a misdeal or something like that, but
That's true. When there's a
sometimes
misdeal, I throw my cards in before everyone's like belly aching what they had. My card's already in the muck. Oh, it's a misdeal. It's
I mean,
irrelevant.
it just doesn't matter. So
That's a great point. But in a walk, do you look and be like, then you get frustrated 'cause you can go on tilt without even playing the hand. Oh, I had aces. They folded to me.
yeah, poker is a very mental game where you have to stay emotionally stable throughout your entire time of sitting at the table. These guys have had to stay emotionally stable for about 3 days of playing tournaments, so that's impressive.
Especially with this structure. It was a grind, 100,000 to start, but that was the almighty stack. That was the point. How do we give everyone a lot of chips and a great structure, a good reason to play, and $21,000 for a $250 buy-in? It's worth a couple days of work and a trophy, and be immortalized on the first ever stream from OC Poker Live.
Oh yeah, you get to be known as the person that won our very first 100K guarantee, and you get a nice trophy.
Then we'll look at the viewers after this, and then years from now, when this same tournament's doing 100K for first place, we'll see how many views it had when we go back in time.
Yeah, and in 20 years we could do a reunion.
Inflation tournament, the almighty
Inflation
stack,
tournament.
1 billion chips to start. Oh,
Yeah.
there's number 1, the 4-7 suited, but it's gone.
That'll be when the 100K is just like 10 cents.
Oh, 4-7 versus Kings. Who would have thought? But Adam does have Cowboys here in the small blind. Him and
Now-
David, pretty similar stacks.
What does he want to do? He is going to raise. Looks like 1.4K.
Just barely over 2x. And if you're David, he does let it go with 8 tray. I guess you got to let that go. But when you put the big blind in and you put the big blind ante in, you do feel a little committed in those spots sometimes. To see a
Yeah.
flop.
It's just hard to watch your babies go by. Bye-bye.
Absolutely.
Especially when you've had them for so long.
Blinds, please.
Yes.
There goes
Blinds
John
now.
following the rules. Yeah, get those blinds out. Actually, the nicest dealer in here would never say it like that. He'd probably laugh.
I'm afraid to say anything in case I lose my gaming license.
Oh, okay. Anyways, so on the button, David first to act. Looking for raising chips. There's a click raise, 1.2 million.
What hand do you think? Just guess a random hand.
Oh, we're doing a mystery hand. You know, I haven't seen Ace Jack all stream. Do you think it could be that strong?
It could be Ace Jack offsuit.
I haven't seen Ace Jack all stream. That was my guess.
He raised a 1.2, very small size. Oh,
I don't
exactly 2x.
I don't think Queen 10 type hands. No, maybe King Queen. Ace Jack sounds good. Could even be a pair, would you say? Like 6s to 9s?
I'm going to guess Queen 9 suited.
You think it is that weak? Because I was thinking Queen 10 would be no, so Queen 9?
Queen 9 suit is pretty good. On the
Of
button?
spades?
On the button?
Yeah, looks pretty. Oh, we got a couple mystery hands.
Looks like, what are we doing here? Are we waiting for everything to come back out?
Oh, he has 9-8. Wow, we're both awful.
Well, I got the 9 right. So I was a
There's the
little bit
Queen
there.
Jack. Jeez,
I got
Louise.
the 9 and the Queen out.
Yeah, there's a reason I play 4 cards or more.
Exactly. I'm pretty good at playing blinds.
Are you? I'm not. I'm giving him credit for Ace Jack. Holy cow.
I gotta go play some table games.
Oh, not just dumb luck for me if I play those, or bad luck. Queen 4-4, so Trey's going to flop 2 pair. Queens and 4s. David just 9 high. Is
Flops a
going
big one.
to C-bet here, right?
And look at the speed in which she calls. She just snapping.
And we see his stack looks like it's dwindling now with these bigger chips in play.
8 on the turn might spell some trouble for David. It looks like it ends up going check, check.
Nope. Oh, it does. It leads to a Trey. And then we have a quick call here.
Yeah, that 8 definitely got him in a bit of trouble.
Yeah.
That was like a speed run hand. You see how fast that they played that one? Like snap call, snap check, snap river.
Yeah, that was interesting. So let's see if we can get chip stacks real quick. See, David's down to 7 million. The blinds are 600K for the big blind.
Yeah, and Trey, the rich get richer.
Absolutely.
How far you think we are from the blinds level increasing?
Oh gosh, so I'm gonna guess if they are 40 minutes, I'm gonna say like 25 minutes away.
That's a
No?
good guess. Are we gonna have to guess again?
I don't know.
Jack 9. Queen deuce, goddamn.
Well, Adam's hand read. Either their cards they were using needed to be replaced, or maybe the reader under the table got.
Yeah,
shifted.
I guess the reader just didn't want to do his job for a second.
Well, there is that artificial unintelligence component. Back to 120 viewers. Might almost get a Monster Jam commercial. That's how I warm my voice up. No, that's how I warm up. No,
Come on,
we're
you had to
calm.
do it. You had to do it at least once in stream.
No, I'll do it in the car for my daughter on the way to school tomorrow on aggravator.
Come on.
She's got to go to the dentist right after that, so she'll be.
Do your
life till-
Monster Jam voice.
No,
do
no,
it.
they're good. They've heard it. In their nightmares, but they've heard it. Hand something. 38. 8-4. Seen a lot of 8s and a lot of 4s. Adam's on the buttons, gonna release. And David with Queen 5 off. Are we getting a walk? I think your Queen's too strong for a walk, but he is a little bit shorter.
David loves his walks.
He says all in.
Oh, okay, he said no walk this time. As soon as I say that. Ooh, shows the Queen 5.
Trey folds what we used to call the computer hand. Have you heard that one before?
No.
back in the day, they said Queen 7 is the exact middle range of poker ranges as far as like hand combos go to start with. So Queen 7 is called a computer hand. Yeah. Not saying it's good to play. They just said that that's the actual like medium balance hand.
Another fun fact from Ryan.
I wouldn't call that fun. And I don't even know who came up with that if it's a
mediocre
fact.
fact from Ryan.
You would never talk to David Sklansky. You would go crazy. If you can tell me who that is. I think 2 plus 2. All right, so 3-handed again. Jack Deuce. We've heard Squadouche or the J-Lo in the chat. It's going to let it go. It is suited. Got some blind on blind about crime about to happen. King 7 suited for Trey. And looks like there's a raise coming. 1.9.
1.9.
Oh, 2 Jack Deuces this round. Got the Jack Deuce of diamonds.
Yeah, Jack Deuce here for Adam.
Can't defend with that.
Says absolutely not.
Trey still in accumulation
Now,
mode.
David at 14 big blinds here. Now, given the fact that he was willing to ship it with, what, Queen 5 offsuit as a bluff, I want to see how willing he is to start shipping it with actually good hands.
Well, that is a nice pay jump, though. When you look at 9,700, it's a 15K. So, yeah, you want to make moves. You want to be able to win the tournament, but locking up these ladders is pretty important. Another 5K towards the poker fund.
That's true.
Or beer fund.
That is true indeed. 9-6 suited here for Trey on the
Yep.
button. Playing pretty tight from the button. Adam here with pocket 2s might try to steal the blinds here. Yep. Pretty good move. Queen 10 suited though. Probably gonna put David into some thought here. The count his stack. He has to think about how wide Adam might be shipping it here, because David offers a short stack and probably knows that Adam can ship it pretty wide just to take the blinds from him, and decides to call.
Can hope for a flip, and that's what we're going to have.
Is indeed a flip. We've had 2 flips today with pocket 2s.
Yep. Queen 10 suited versus 2 red deuces for Adam.
Yeah, deuces 0 for 1 right now in terms of flips.
Well, a battle of the 2 short stacks here. We'll see what happens. Get the pot corrected. Either way, these players have locked up 9,700 and change.
Yeah, $250 to 9,000 is
Yep.
very significant.
Both playing to win the tournament. Can't win if you don't get a couple flips in your direction.
Yep. Alright, come on, tense moment.
All right, looks like the pot is now correct. It says about 16 million out of the 58 million chips in play. And we'll see a flop. And queen in the window. Deuce is in big trouble now. You see the 2 outs he has are the 2 black deuces. Some crazy combination. I don't even think there's any chop outs at this point.
Yeah, he only has 2 outs.
Yep, that's not going to help. So you see the 5% is those 2 black deuces to keep Adam in the tournament.
The river is going to be a 4 hearts. I knew it.
Good call. Good call. Good read. So that's going to do it for Adam. He did get it in with the pair. He battled for the last few hours. Came in, what, 4th in chips? No, he's not eliminated. He's just crippled. Okay, so 2 million is that stack of white.
Yeah, he's at, what, like 4 bigs now?
Oh, it says 6.5. I apologize. Not trying to get rid of Adam.
6.5, yeah.
So he's got 4 million. Okay, that makes sense. 4 million, 16 million for David now. Trey still commanding lead, 37 million.
Yeah, Adam's going to be forced to just ship it with pretty much, like, I'd say 40% of his range now.
Yeah, we'll see. Not an ideal spot. I mean, you look at now what he has, a couple million in chips. Day 1, you'd love to have that, but on day 3, that's a short stack.
Yeah, and the blinds 3-handed just go around so quickly, you can't really afford to waste time.
Well, ace 9, I don't think you're waiting for anything better than that. that's kind of an instant decision there.
All in.
Yeah, I don't blame him. You look down at an ace with that stack. You're not in the blind. You got to do it right.
Absolutely.
Okay, David has 10 trades. Going to let it go. Yeah, that's a call. King, Jack.
Yep. Here we go. Off to the races again.
Chance to take out a player. Doesn't cost too much. So
Yeah.
easy call for Trey. King, Jack off.
Definitely with her
Versus
being the
ace-9.
chip lead too.
Yeah.
Looks like we're getting some stroke lighting with this camera here.
Yep. Another worry for later. But we have King, Jack versus ace-9, and Adam officially in for his tournament life at this point. Or survives, gets 8.7 million out of the 58 million in play.
So we actually have the dealer communicating with some people and.
Yep, we have an
production
action
rooms.
tracker. Thomas is out there doing action tracker. Jonathan's back here on cameras, and these guys work really hard. And the dealer does communicate the amounts to him and types them in pretty fast to keep up. The cards are FRD, the chips are not.
Yeah, Thomas got some nice fingers.
I was going to go with like a Doogie Howser reference about typing, but it went way over your head.
It would have, you're right.
So, John again with an all-in situation dealing here. I'll put a flop out of 6, 7, 5.
Ace high still ahead right now.
And a gutter. Not that he needs to improve at the moment. Just needs to dodge a king or a jack to find a double.
4 on the turn.
An 8 does not chop it, but a tray does.
3.
Calling for 3. Ooh, king.
King.
Rivers it. 6 outs to make a pair. And, Adam graciously taking third place.
Gets his money in good and gets out of the tournament.
So we do thank Adam for coming to join us. It's been a while since we've seen him, but congratulations.
Yeah,
I'm
can't
sure
imagine-
Jaden's proud. $9,700 off 250. You can go buy some Jordans or some J's for the kid.
Yeah, can't imagine he could be too upset with this result here.
I think he deserves a new gaming system.
I think you're just setting him up for disaster. With
But we do thank Adam. It's always great to see him. Pleasure to see him back in the room. The legendary Adam Rouse exiting in third place on this 250 buy-in. And like I said, all these players are on one bullet, which kudos. It is hard to get one bullet in these multi-plate fields. A lot of, with the value, it's worth firing a couple, but
yeah.
good to know.
Daddy Ryan on the commentary told me you should get me a new gaming system.
He's going to say, then Ryan should buy you one. And, no. But I'll come play it if you do get one. So good run, Adam. Congrats. Once again, we'll show you the David we missed on the stream, unfortunately, but David did come in.
Yeah, David came in with less than one big blind, 600.
Yeah, he had his shirt that said chip in a chair on it, and I really wanted to see it on the stream, but we missed David. And then Unique was 5th in chips on the day. Took 5,100, excuse me. We saw Cessa playing his first ever live cash, and his first live cash of $6,700 is more than my lifetime cash is live, so congrats. And then we just saw Adam taking $9,700 for third. You see Byron making adjustments to the seating so we can get heads up. Maybe we'll get a trophy appearance on the table. That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, maybe color up those blue chips as well.
We're going to turn their audio off for a second and real quick do a little quick ad for the Moneymaker Tour. Once again, coming this December, 23 events, 700,000 in guarantees. And then if you want to play cash, we have the $3,000 Power Hours on Black Friday. Eat your turkey and then come play poker. Don't bring your leftovers here. We got our own menu. New menu, by the way.
Do we have turkey?
I don't know. Then we have the $100,000 Saturday Deep Stack. That's a single-day event, 500 buy-in in Daytona. Probably a similar structure to this, so it'll be a grind, but it'll be well worth it. Nice big first prize on that. And don't worry about the date so much, but check it out, the Ship It In Deep Stack featuring Snap Call Podcast. The next stop is going to be in Daytona. It's actually December, first weekend in December. Check it out online for more information. And as we get ready for heads-up action, you see chips being moved.
Yeah, and like Ryan said, we have all of our events coming up, and they are posted online. Stack in Daytona. We got our Moneymaker tour coming up in December. We got our $1,000 power hours. All fun and exciting things coming up in our future. So please do go to our website, Orange City
Absolutely.
Poker Room.
Yep, you can check us out also on Bravo Live. We're also on Poker Atlas and X, Facebook, all of the above. This stream comes to you each time on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook Live. And I guess we didn't talk to the families too much because, Emilio, usually at this point we've had a hello from a family member on each side. I guess I didn't do good telling the Unger clan about today. So
Yeah.
no love in chat for that. That's okay. It's okay. We're
It's
going
okay, you
on
know what?
2 hours here, and
Ryan,
Emilio's.
Ryan, I'm your family.
Yeah, you've been a trooper.
I'm your family.
You've been a trooper so far.
What's that supposed to mean?
I know you're in a little bit of pain, but you're gutting it out.
Oh, okay. I thought there was some.
Oh, there it is.
There's the term.
There it is. Look at
There's
that.
that trophy.
Who wouldn't want that on the mantle?
Truly is a spectacle to see.
Oh, we're back to that camera angle.
Oh.
There's a cut card.
Yeah, that actually is a really cool trophy. Now that I'm looking at it from this kind of angle.
We wanted to do something fun and make it stand out a little bit. One of my ideas was a stack of chips like you see in a coin pusher when they bring that stack of coins out, you know?
Yeah.
But unfortunately, the design ended up looking like the eyesore I-4 thing. You ever seen that?
Oh, the building?
Yeah, so that was not the trophy we wanted to go with. There is our trusty action tracker with the interior decorating tip.
Yep, Thomas.
Yep.
We got Richard there.
Yep, poker manager Richard making an appearance. And, Byron doesn't like the
Byron.
angle. Yeah, they got to cut it. There you go. Now we're game. Let's
We got
do
all
it.
the cameos.
Trey's ready. They're laughing. Let's listen in.
Come on, take a picture with me. Come on.
Oh,
Aw.
oh, it's selfie time.
Aw.
Trey found Waldo. I'm going to get fired for that.
Oh, my God.
Oh, they can hear me.
Your way to
30 minutes in the past.
to ruin sweet moments is okay.
Yeah. Wow. There. With the candlelight and everything in here, huh?
God, there you go. I'm gonna do that all day. Don't worry about it.
Congrats to both of our players for making it heads up, playing for $21,577 for first. Second place, $15,209. Remember, everyone at the unofficial final table of 9 got a 350 Ultimate Mega satellite seat as well for a chance to final table a couple Moneymaker events, which would be great.
What days you doing?
Yeah, and these players, Trey in the lead right now with 61 bigs. I think that needs to be updated. It's probably somewhere around, say, like 70-ish, maybe like 69
Yep.
or something like that.
David will be going to Vegas in December, so we'll. Sorry, I got a nice text. Keep your phone down from Poker Manager Joe LaRosa, keeping me on my toes. Between Joe and my wife, I've been under control. Can you imagine if they weren't talking to me today?
Which one's worse?
I don't know, but my headache finally gone away.
She already got the trophy on.
Oh, and Byron's photoshopping it too. Here we go. Well, congrats to both players. 568 runners. This was a great event. We had our Fall Deep Stack series, beat all those guarantees. We came into the Almighty Stack ready for a fun multi-day event in prep for Moneymaker to do a live stream. A lot of things happening over here in Orange City. This expansion has really been a hit, and we're glad to be able to be here for you. The lighting's slightly different in the room because around the table it's actually bright orange, the light on the edge of the table, but for us it comes out a little bit wider. So wait till we get everything in tip-top shape here. Big things are coming as I knock down lamps back here, shifting my seat.
Look at all those maroon chips, those cranberries.
So the cranberry came from the idea because the Bellagio, their $25,000 chips are called cranberries, just like their white, red, white, blue chips are called flags. We wanted to mirror that. But These chips are great, but that was the color they had for us, and they're going to hold up, and we said, let's do it.
Nice.
And all those chips are actually oversized, so it's a little bit difficult to do the chip tricks and towers because our 25K chip and higher are a bigger millimeter chip.
Yeah, these guys are being pretty speedy, so it might be hard to keep up with the action tracker to an exact degree.
But there you see roughly 56 million, 57 million chips in play. 2-1 chip lead now for Trey. Trey won the Moneymaker, older than Moneymaker, which is not technically a seniors event because Moneymaker was only 48 or 49 at the time, but did win that trophy down south. So Trey not a stranger to heads up play.
Yeah, Trey was pretty hesitant to open some speculative hands on the button when we were three-handed, but now it's all fair game when it comes to heads up. Queen Deuce offsuit opening up to a pretty big size. A little over 3x. Why not? The Doyle's won like 3 times.
People get tired of hearing it, so I don't play a lot of Hold'em, but I always complain. I call that when I get one in the wheel and one in Broadway. That's my normal hand combination to start with.
No, I didn't like that.
What?
Wasn't fan of.
I might have to mute him.
Yeah.
We lost Waldo.
Congratulations to Trey for winning our 100K deep set.
Yeah, no, we just hit the ejection button. We say we lost Waldo. Yeah. So 8-7 offsuit, heads up. Remember when you're heads up, the button acts first pre-flop. Looks like we're just going to call here, still at the 600K blind level.
6-5 suited here, definitely a check. Well,
yep.
She ended up checking.
Medium card flop here would be kind of interesting, and there it is. We got an open ender for Trey and middle pair for David. Let's see, Trey's going to lead out here for $1 million.
Definitely an action flop here.
Quick call. Pot's building up already.
Ace on the turn not going to help either player.
Trey has to improve, but has quite a draw there.
David electing not to protect his hand and bet. Another ace comes out on the river. Now, you would think if Trey had an ace, she might bet the turn. And I think David might get a little sticky here. Yeah, there's a quick call.
Yeah, he felt that line. He knew what was happening.
Yeah, didn't really take the time to think about it. He just knew.
Trey acts a little slower, or maybe he does bet turn. Maybe that gets to go in her direction, but not that time.
Yeah, it's sometimes it's really hard to run triple barrels when you're out of position too, because the guy could just be like call, and like then you're on the river and you have no idea what to do. It's like, does this guy have a strong hand? Is he just calling me with like middle pair or whatever? It's just very hard.
Check are kind of quiet. Can we get a not bot check? 8 Trey, double down here, Emilio, for you blackjack players.
9-7 suited.
It's a pretty one. That's the birth year.
It's gonna be a limp though.
Yeah, I've seen a couple small pots pre.
Yeah, not really electing to just fight for the blinds here, even though they are pretty significant. David ends up flopping bottom pair here, a queen high board. Trey did limp, and now decides to stand, so she could pretty much have anything.
I'm telling you, this not a bot thing is going to catch on. I love it. Eat your heart out, X. We got no bots here.
Now we have 3 Broadway cards on the board.
And 4 hearts, let's not forget.
Trey now picks up a heart draw on the turn. Does not make it there on the river.
Jesus Christ.
He can't help you now.
That's hilarious.
That hit hard there.
Because I know in the back of my head, she's like, I really do not want to bet this because this guy's just been calling me with like bottom pair, middle pair, all the time, and then she just sees a 3, and she's like, oh my god, why didn't I bet? I feel you. I feel you. Oh, it happens all the time.
Long battle, I got a long ways to go.
That's hilarious. I really love having such an expressive player on a tournament table.
Usually we make ourselves laugh with like Ryan's dumb comments. Speaking in third person, but that was great. That hit hard. I might cut that into like a little meme.
Yeah, we should make a.
Next time someone turns over bottom pair.
Yeah, put on the soundboard.
I'm just glad her version was like the clean version because mine might have another syllable or word in there. As I tell Siri, I never mean ducking.
We got the child-friendly version.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm going to break something shifting around here. We got not my favorite chairs to be in today.
Yeah, these are a little downgraded.
Got to talk to my buddy John, who's in charge of ordering the webcam, and then I got to find out who's going to get us this. Are you two locked in a booth? Do they feed you?
No, actually, they barricaded the door. Please send help.
I'm concerned.
Send help immediately, please.
We actually did we do a 4.5-hour stream together once? That was a long one. I forget. We've had some marathon. Stream. Yeah, we had a marathon. This one's not that bad. But at least we did that one in Daytona, and there was a window there. There is a window at the Daytona conference room. That's funny.
Anyways, Orange City, Daytona Beach, best place in the world. We love it. Oh my God, yeah.
I won't lie. Look at those new chips. I'm so happy we have new chips,
beautiful.
New layouts. Everything's new.
You know, they kind of just look like they're glowing in this light, like they're being blessed. Trey with Queen Deuce of Diamonds.
I got to stop reading chat though, because every time I look over there, I'm like, I'm gonna ask SOS.
Yeah.
I hate that there's blue chips still in play, but I'm going to keep my mouth shut. Did I just say that?
Well, it looks like someone decided to stop time.
Oh, boy. Nearing the 2-hour mark here, and we're not Elsa, but we are frozen. Here we go. Ooh, pair of 8s.
There we go. Pair of 8s here. No diamond on the board. Trey does end up picking a bottom pair.
We know how she feels about bottom pair.
Yeah, David gonna bet for value here. And it's for some sort of protection from both the flush draws.
So both players have a piece, a little bit of showdown value. We'll see if we get a river bet here.
Ace of spades.
Yeah.
We're probably gonna kill any action that could be happening.
Sure.
Deuce, no good. Now I really want to see some resilience coming out from Trey, because these could be some pretty frustrating spots to get yourself in, you know.
And David on a heater now. If we look at these stacks, really clawing back here. 52 bigs to 43. We're still at the 600K level for a little bit of time left, and then according to my notes, we're going to jump to 400, 800. So David is narrowing the gap, and they are playing for a jump of what? 6,300-ish. I mean, that's quite a jump. Almost what fourth place got paid out on a $250 buy-in.
Yeah. This is about the time in the stream where when it becomes heads up. I can expect this to last the other remaining half of the stream. So I expect us to have a good while to go. These guys are going to duke it out.
Unless the poker gods give you the ace-king versus ace-queen situation, or aces versus kings.
Ace-king versus queens.
That too.
No
Ooh,
queens.
ace-5
Yeah,
suited.
Ace-5 suited, the solver hand.
Yeah. I think multi-way pre-flop, that's a good one to lead with, right? Or to 3-bet with.
Multi-way pre-flop.
So a full table pre-flop, ace-5 worth a 3-bet suited.
Yeah, in position.
Maybe. Oh.
Flop comes ace, deuce, tray, 2 spades on the board. And both players picking up an ace, tray picking up a gutter along with her ace.
Yep. She also has 60% of a straight flush.
And she decides to just donk out for $2.5 million. Now, she is in the big blind, and she can wake up with some hands like ace 2 and ace 3 and 4-5 specifically. I would be more worried about 4-5 if I was David, because 4-5 you're practically just drawing dead against, and you're not really blocking that sort of hands.
I honestly was confused just now if we went statue mode or if we were frozen, but I think he's moving. Okay.
Yeah.
That was close.
Yeah, I think he just lost consciousness for a second there. And he ends up
He went in the meta.
deciding to flash play his hand.
If you're Trey, you're not getting away here. I mean, this pot is inflating quickly, though.
I mean, she could get away.
Maybe on the next street.
6.7 is a pretty big bet relative to what's going on here.
You have a 5. You can't really put him on 4 or 5. Are you fearing a bigger ace?
It's also just really, really hard to bluff on boards like these.
King 4 spades?
Yeah, maybe you can find some like spade draws and stuff like that, but like, are you really gonna find a lot of folds from an ace? Like, are you really gonna go for something like that? She ends up calling.
Huge pot now.
Yeah, this could be a make or break situation for both of these players.
What are you looking for? Huh? What are you looking for?
And remember, David was the pre-flop aggressor, so that puts pretty much even.
King of
less
spades
bluffs,
brings
like
the third spade out, though, and wow, he was quick to put out 8 million.
Yeah, you gotta fold now. I mean, especially when he's just full steam ahead, even though the turn changes the nuts.
I feel like Trey's internal commentary is better than anything we can say right now. I don't think he should have showed
These
that.
guys are way too nice.
Yeah, I
That's
think
what
you
I'm saying.
can't show that.
No, it's fine.
When you're against a good player, do you really want to justify their play? Let them know they made a good decision? Or make them think?
I mean,
When they're better than you, and I'm not saying that's the case here, most people that play against me are, but why give someone better than you information?
so the reason I find people show their hands when they have like good hands is it's mainly because they don't they want to like have a bluff get through on another hand, you know. They want to show that, oh, I have a strong hand, that's why I'm betting, you know.
What does that mean when you don't show you're always bluffing?
No, not necessarily. Just like if someone shows a really strong hand, they're being like, okay, I bet big. I have a strong hand every time I bet big. You know, that's kind of the vibe they're trying to get across. Same thing goes for the opposite. Like if you show a bluff, that most people will show a bluff just because they don't bluff enough, you know, and they want to get value from another value hands later on.
See the chip stacks here.
I was struggling to find the words to say there, but I came to it eventually.
You got it. That's why we're at the hand 49 or 50 mark 2 hours in. Sometimes we got to push for the answer.
Advertising.
Buttons first, but he's stacking his chips. Take your time. You got them all.
Yeah, we're only on, well, we're on 30-minute blinds.
I thought, yeah, they should be at 30 now at least. I'd go down to 10 at this point.
Yeah, every single hand.
John from Reduction gives us the great news. It's 30. You watch yourself familiar real quick. Trying to get comfy in here in these chairs.
Yeah, we're pretty much in a cage right now.
Yeah. Despite all my rage. Right.
This is for their protection, not ours, though.
Fair. 5 Trey versus 8-5. Classic matchup on the Jack Trey Ace board.
Yeah, the classic matchup heads up against 5-3 offsuit against 8-5 offsuit. And apparently it continued from 8-5 offsuit on a ace-jack-3 board with 2 hearts. The classic.
But when you're not drawing dead.
Oh
and
my
you
god.
hit- Wow. I
Got
didn't
him.
will that. It just happened. When you're running
Got him.
hot, you're hot.
Bro,
Hold on.
I wanna
Hold
hear
on.
It. I want to hear it.
That's all. It's like my daughter's soccer coach.
God. That is fantastic. I love that.
I was expecting more from Trey on that.
No, that was perfect.
No,
That was
Trey's
just
so
enough.
good-hearted. You got to have faith. Thank you to John. Faith is back. She started this madness. Time for the rotation to change. We see the Almighty Stack trophy.
Yeah, and you know, David was the one that was behind it. Now almost has double Trey stack. Running pretty good.
Yeah, if
throughout
I
these
was
past
John, the
games.
previous dealer, I'd run. Trey probably might kneecap him. He definitely was not good for her.
Yeah.
It's not a good level or two for her. I always play the dealer. You're playing the cards. So we have 9-6 off on the button. First to act. Trey's going to complete.
Yeah, there might be an antenna or something underneath.
Yeah,
that
we are
beanie.
on that blind change there, the 400-800. It's great news.
Goes all in. Okay. Did Trey limp that hand? I think it was a limp, right?
Yeah, because she completed to 800K.
Yeah, interesting.
We're at the 4888 level.
9-6 offsuit, probably at the absolute bottom.
Oh, we got some nasty allegations here. You might have the Mike Postle beanie on. I might have to go and check it. You know, we have new beanies. So maybe we should trade him out one of our Ord City beanies for the Waldo beanie.
Yeah.
Did you
So-
see our new merch?
So as I was about to say, 9-6 offsuit pretty much being at the bottom of Trey's range.
Oh, you
there.
think I'm
So
joking?
You kind of have to make a decision whether you want to. Do you want to complete with the bottom of your range on the button, or do you want to just fold every single time? And Trey just electing to complete pretty much every time.
Pocket sixes for Trey. That's Brett in chat saying hi, Emilio, but he's saying hi to me. Hey, Brett, Emilio's here too. Good to see you. Brett arm wrestles, so you gotta be careful. He trains.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
How do you think I got mine?
Yeah. Ooh. I thought that was from Slap Fight. Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship.
Pillow fights.
Dude, there's so many things here under this table. Every time I shift, which I'm a moving
Yeah, you-
sitter, I'm
you
gonna break
honestly look
everything.
so uncomfortable right now.
Well, this is not my favorite chair, so I might bring my own. BYOC chair. Yeah.
Chair.
You brought donuts. Thank you again.
You're
by the way.
welcome.
You know why I took the one with sprinkles? Because I'm a winner. Winners get sprinkles.
You are a winner in spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so once again, Trey deciding to just call with the bottom of her range. Hello, Brett. Good to see you. Quick fold.
It looks kind of boring, but that's the real part of poker, especially heads up. 9-7 and 8-6. You know, it's position and aggression. That's how you build a stack.
You know me now.
Drawing hand, but not that hand. Not that flop.
David charging with a lead here. Blinds did go up.
I have a feeling I can't make another comment because about the Waldo thing. Having 11 kids and all those grandkids, they're definitely going to be gunning for me. I better watch my back on all the playgrounds in town. Watch yourself, Emilio. We
You're
got
about to destroy that lamp behind you.
Yeah, I want to be like, there's a door there.
Put it in the corner.
Yeah, it's not me, it's the lamp, or vice versa. I'm a shifter. I need a, what do you call it, a chair on wheels.
That's why we can't have nice things.
Yeah, I don't even know whose bag of stuff this is. I hope it's not important because I'm definitely crushing that right now. Pulling it around to bring your own chair.
Does Negrano bring his own chair?
I don't know, but I'm getting a lazy boy in here. Just it's not going to fit, but I'm going to make it happen.
I know he brings those like super oversized selfie sticks.
And his camper, when they allowed him to, You can't really do it now, but at the Rio, he used to just park a camper out front.
Oh.
Yeah. Queen 6 suited on the button.
Okay, this is something you might want to put into.
I think you have to raise this hand.
Is that a ship? What? At 26 big blinds?
I didn't even look at my cards yet. We could do that.
I mean, she has a lot. I mean, she still has a lot of room to cook. I mean, with 26 big blinds. But she decided to just rip it.
Actually,
Don't
could have
check.
ended as a chop a lot of the times there, right?
Yeah. I guess she's trying to play the game a little bit more dangerously than I expect.
Suited though. Famous word people when they call us, oh, they're suited. Don't you know it's suited? Right. They would be like, maybe hit that Queen 8 or something. No, it's no.
Yeah, there's been ebbs and flows of the final table. Started with 6. We did miss the first player getting the stream going, and then Lunique went out 5th relatively quickly as well and played for a little bit. Then we lost Cessa, and recently Adam finished in 3rd. Now we have David and Trey battling for the Almighty Stack Trophy and first prize of $21,000 and change. Remember, this was a $250 buy-in. It brought in 568 runners.
Yeah, 6-5 suited here for David. Going to raise to 2.1 million.
Just under 3x, and that's going to get through.
10-7 offsuit, not going to get it done.
Production, is there a break coming up again? There is a break coming up again. Emilio, I might sneak out on this one. Might be time for a Snickers. You can sneak out first if you want.
You gonna leave me by myself? What am I supposed to do?
Oh, it's going to be a short break. Is it just for them to freshen up? Oh, both players requested a break. It'll be coming up in the next 5 to 10 minutes. When they do so, I may sneak out. It'll be a nice, calm stream for a moment at least.
Yeah, could be. Give us some peace and quiet for a little bit.
Do you think we have time to order takeout and have it ready on that break?
Remind me to bring duct tape the next time we do commentary together.
Oh, is John Jones coming? He's ducking some more fighters?
Maybe. Ace Queen just gonna flat call on the button here.
That's definitely mixing it up, wouldn't you say?
My head hurts, to be honest with you. She just jammed with Queen 6 of diamonds, and now she's flatting with Ace Queen off. I mean,
have we seen?
If she's trying to play unpredictably, she is she's accomplishing that.
Would you call that line interesting there? Am I a little confused?
I just my head hurts.
Well, that's because you're sitting next to me. That has nothing to do with the poker.
Fair enough. Need some Tylenol.
That was an option. There's a couple options in this game. You always have an option.
Pretty friendly with each other. Kind of nice to see a social game.
Yeah, that's what poker is, after all. Or it's supposed to be, at least. A lot of time you'll see these final tables and it'll just be sunglasses, hoodie, no facial expressions, no talking.
That's my kind of day. Oh, you're talking about the poker.
It's another day at the office.
You said what? No, I try to catch you every time she throws it.
So David was slamming the table at pretty incredible strength when he tried to catch those cards.
I'm testing Faith to give him a curveball in the next pitch.
Oh yeah, they're behind him. Make him
keep
catch
him on
it
his
out of the air.
toes.
Yeah. Then the other arm will come out of his beanie and catch it for him.
All right, you want to predict who wins this one? Position?
I think the house wins.
Okay, fair enough. Will we get to the river? Here's the question.
David's going to bet. It's all good in the hood.
Oh, what if Trey could find a raise there? It'd be great.
I mean, you know what? I wouldn't expect it, but that's exactly what I should expect from Trey.
You got to watch Alex Keaton here, right?
Alex
Keaton, he found a raise there.
You're killing me.
You don't know who Alex Keaton is?
No.
He's like your age of poker.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's the one who dominates all these new cash games. I don't even think he looks at his hands.
Are you talking about Alan Keating?
Did I say Alan?
Did you say Alex?
I'm hangry. You didn't get who I was talking about? Everyone in chat knew, especially the non-bots.
Alan Keating.
Okay, you understand what I'm saying, though. He would have found a raise there.
Yeah, I mean, what do you say?
It was the last time Amelia and I worked together, that first stream in Orange City. It was great, though.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll be dealing next stream.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll be aiming for David's hands. Looks like Trey's going to complete again on the button, this time with the King 8. David's got the option with Jack 10 suited.
I'm just so confused.
Well, Trey gave up the chip lead, so the aggression has slowed down, looking to try and outflop a little bit more. But this is what you'd want if you limp with King 8. Get him to raise. Can you find a 3-bet ship here?
Well, she can't just call. I think her just flat calling would be an absolute disaster. Well, you know what? I think I think we should just go for the opposite of whatever I say, because I'm clearly thinking about logic and all that fun stuff, but
we got a glitch in the matrix, but here we are. Queen 8-10. Got a middle pair or bottom pair for Trey.
yeah,
David's got gutter
just ships it.
and a pair.
Wow.
And it looks pretty strong.
Is this what Orange City Poker is all about, Ryan?
Welcome, Emilio. Allow us to introduce ourselves.
I'm scared. She's just folding, right? If she calls, I will take off my shirt and twirl it around and run around the building.
Thank God the webcam's out today. I'm pretty sure it's a fold. It's got to be the biggest pot of the tournament so far, correct?
Yeah, I think so.
It's like 60% of the chips in play, 39 million.
I mean, there ain't no way she calls. You know what? Actually, you know what? Just because I said that, I think she's 100% going to call. Just because I said she's not going to call, she's going to call. 100% guaranteed. Nope. Okay.
So usually they say think long, think wrong, but she figured it out.
Why? Okay, he showed. These guys are so nice to each other.
Is this the hand they go on a quick break? No, he's stacking.
I clearly am thinking about this heads-up match very wrong.
You know, the first time I saw the World Series final table where they switched to 30K and then eventually 60K starting stacks, and you saw these chip stacks of 100 million, whatever it is, it changes the way games are played when you're bet with millions of chips. It's different. It's all relative, 800K into whatever it is, but when you're playing with that many chips, it changes things.
Yeah.
It's mental.
You guys, I mean, they're pretty deep right now, too. I mean, 23 big blinds is nothing to really stop at. Like, you could still run a few good hands with that.
Unfortunately, I'm a already chocolate.
So we're at the 400, 800,000 level. Roughly 56 million and change chips in play. Still have 3 colored chips on the table for some reason. We see the blue 25Ks, the white 100K, and the, you want to call them maroon, I call them cranberry. 1 million unit chips. Almost like a burgundy wine.
Now we're going to play the game of pass the button for a little bit.
That's all right. This was a $250 buy-in, 100K guarantee, had 8 flights. Prize pool swelled to 110,000. Each player at the unofficial final table also got a $350 mega satellite. We call it the Ultimate Mega. When you're weighing 3 moneymaker events for $350. That'll be December 3rd.
I'm used to playing other places we get deals. I apologize. We're not including between.
Well, they want to pass the deal. He wants the deal. That's fine. Faith will take a break.
Yeah.
I don't know if he'd wear the headset over the beanie though.
Yeah. What kind of shuffle do you think he does? Do you think he does like the?
Oh, the kind that would have my boss up in arms.
Yeah.
The loud kind.
He would definitely be flipping a few tables.
Oh, he's a riffler. He's a riffler for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if he can bridge though.
Oh, here we go. We're coming to the flop.
Are we? There
Yes,
it is.
Yes, eventually. Still go check.
It's a little flop that could. So queen's now good. Still has a 4 for a gutter, but doesn't need it. And 9 high for Trey, and it just goes check, check.
Yeah, they tap the table twice. All of a sudden, David gets a pot.
My apologies. I keep on forgetting.
Okay, we should have caught up to that little break they had. It was a short 5-6 minute break for the 103 viewers here.
Remember, we're also on a 30-minute break instead of like a 20-minute.
Yep.
All right. All in with King 6. You know, this is fantastic. I love it.
You know, Trey plays kind of an unpredictable game, so that really does work in your favor because in a normal stream like this, if you're playing and you have some buddies watching, right? You can use that to your advantage. If he has a friend telling him 30 minutes later, "Hey, this is the opening range," you can use that against them. But for her, she's had success. She's won tournaments. This is part of her game. She mixes it up. And her card distribution, other than the ace-queen, what premium hands has she had since they've been heads up?
I mean, yeah.
So, you mean...
I think going all in might be a little bit extreme, but, you know what? I'm all here for it.
Well, there could also be something we don't really talk about. There could also be some kind of an arrangement. This isn't a World Series event. You never know. I'm not saying there is. But you don't know in these situations.
It's a free country.
Especially when players are that friendly with each other.
She can do whatever she wants.
I told that to a guy the other day. They were playing, and the guy said, "How did you play that hand?" I said, "He bought in. It's his chips. It's his ammo. Any way you want to shoot it."
For real.
Thank God for the blue chips to slow the dealer down, have to break down. That's great.
Yeah. We always need those in play.
Queen 9, we've seen a rip with that before.
Queen 9, ship it.
That is the name now.
Do it.
Oh, shit.
Do you mind if I sub you and Trey out for a moment so she come in here and give us some
Yeah.
commentary, some gold gems, some nuggets?
I don't know. That wouldn't really be PG anymore, though.
All in.
Oh, here we go. She knew this day might come. Surprised it wasn't the other way around.
Instead of the degree all-in moment,
Huh?
you don't know that we're going to have the oh snap moment by Trey.
This is like so far disconnected from the usual.
No, that's not true. Someone just told me a while ago this is a normal 1-2 game in OC on the weekend.
Yeah.
Oh.
I know, but the usual kind of poker we see on stream, you know. This is like Ohio poker.
It's a Monday. It's 3 days worth of play. You got the heads up in just under 2 hours. There's 60 million chips-ish in play. I mean, it's a little bit different vibe.
Oh my God.
All in and call. King 10 versus
Ace
Ace
King.
King.
Double up for Trey? Question mark?
No 10. I've been hitting 10s all night. I know. No 10.
No 10. She is begging.
Good luck. No. I need to look. But you know what? We're all both winners. We're both winners. Both winners.
Here we go. King on the flop.
That's the wrong king.
Drawing to a 10 and a 10 only.
That's a good How about the 9?
Could go runner 9.
Okay.
9 jack or something.
Hey, you better. 7.
One more 8 in this shot.
He's calling numbers. He's calling 8. Deuce! Let's go. Good job. Good job.
All right, Trey ending up doubling it up here.
Yep, Trey finds a double. They reverse positions pretty much,
Yeah,
going to 44 bigs to 28.
Honestly, I'm really excited to see how this is going to change up her gameplay. Is she going to go all in more? Is she going to go all in less? I just don't know.
Well, she definitely played differently with the chip lead compared to when she did get short. So we'll see how it goes. Remember, these players have locked up 15,000 and change.
I'm here for it. It's a journey.
It looks like, yeah, these were our 2 chip leaders coming into today, so they've outlasted, outplayed, outwitted.
I am expecting her to go all in more now that she has a chip lead. That's what my prediction
So
is.
you think that Trey's going to put the foot on the gas?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
I think she's going to want to take all the blinds.
Well, I do think that she could be raising more buttons. Maybe not all in, but I'd definitely be raising, what, 8 out of 10 at least buttons here?
Nah, Trey only has 2 sizes. It's
No.
It's call and all in.
A walk with 5-4. Let's see what David flashed. Not relevant to me, but a walk. Aggression is key.
Looks like they're quieting down now.
Well,
Just a little bit.
still that $6,000 pay jump.
Hat being peeled a little bit forward.
So we're on hand 68. 2 hours and 20 minutes into the stream.
22.7. What we got? Snap call.
No,
That's
so the rate is
snap call.
1.7. It takes a few moments because he's using those blue chips for some reason.
Yep, making it
Dealer
painful for
unfriendly.
everyone.
Yeah. You know the worst thing in poker? The 400, 875 blinds before they created big blind ante. That was the worst thing in poker. No one ever had enough
875.
ante. No one ever had the ante. Yeah.
All right. Well, Trey flopping middle pair here. David flopping a couple backdoors, just like the club draw.
Lots of clubs
I
now.
expect Trey to be stabbing a lot here.
My Omaha head tells me that David has the nut low draw too, but that doesn't matter.
There we go. There's a low stab. David thinking about the size of this bet, about half a pot.
You out of here, Johnny boy? Appreciate you, sir.
Does end up making the call. Could also get an ace here. Now, if we do see another club, it could be the end of the tournament. But instead, the innocuous deuce of diamonds comes out on the river. And it goes check, check.
You got clubs too? Oh, jeez, man, I was looking for another club. Me too. Glad it did come. When did it come? Good end.
Something zen about watching Trey stack chips.
There you go.
We talked about it earlier. Trey doing so much for the community. It really is great, helping out veterans coming back with PTSD, and also formerly incarcerated women, trying to get her, trying to get them back into society and adjusted. She's raised $3 million with those charitable initiatives for 12 plus years, and then Also is a grandma. And then we got David with all them grandkids who are going to have a great holiday season, it looks like. And he's going to have more time and money for golf, which is his passion, besides shopping and accessories.
Yeah, truly a great woman.
Yep.
Yeah, they are playing. I'm sure these plays that Trey's making would be solver approved if they were at 5 big blinds deep, but you know what? We got street poker in us.
We're just here for the entertainment.
You can leave the street poker, but the street poker doesn't leave you.
That's a call. That's a call, lady.
What?
That's a call, lady. I mean, you
No,
want to call
he's
me
just counting out his chips.
No,
I moved the button.
I'm counting chips out. I know.
Okay, you moved the button before me. I moved it.
Hold on 1 second, guys. Hold on 1 second.
1 second.
That's what the break was about. They're trying to find the button. Trying to see if the button was moved.
I moved it.
Yeah, he
I moved it.
push that back and forth.
So just let me.
The button was moved, right, Ryan?
Did I touch it?
I don't know. It's been.
I mean, it was
thrown
over there. I
back
thought he
and
moved over there.
forth.
You have to remind
I
me.
100% moved it.
Yeah, I didn't touch it.
Maybe it got moved
I'm usually the one
twice.
doing the throwing. Usually I do the throwing.
Trey, you the big blind right now?
Yes.
Okay. Good.
We good?
Yeah, I think they're
All
fine.
right.
Verbal's binding.
Now back where I was thinking now.
Back what you was thinking about.
Raising with Queen 8 off.
At this point,
Heads up?
you just fold.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Why not?
No, there's nothing wrong with that.
It was too much confusion, my guy.
1.9.
There we go. 1.9 million. Just finally got it out. And a fold. Uneventful. So much drama.
I like throwing. I like throwing.
I appreciate it, but I get confused.
Yeah, I know.
Just for that, I would definitely pitch a card at his knuckle, trying to show him who's boss.
Yeah. Or pitch the button at it.
No. Those buttons.
Knock over all those chips. There.
I'm telling you that you would have a judge really upset with you if you use that button in a crime. That button is a weapon. Probable cause hearing.
Smooth criminal.
My timing's way off. I know these players had a short break at some point. I thought it would have caught us by now.
Oh, no clue.
Getting that Red Bull crash, Amelia. You're not supposed to crash off these things. I need my wings.
Go get some Celsius. Not sponsored. Look at the way
They
all
kinda
the
just
chips just scatter on the table. Oh my god, these guys hate the dealer, huh?
No. Faith is definitely in control of this game. That hand shuffle's on point.
You gotta pick up every individual chip and place it in the middle. Ace queen suited. Here we go. Wait, I'm so confused.
Ding, 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 ding.
Are we in the Matrix? Wait, did his hand get red before he got the cards? Is it rigged? Is everything we know a lie? Ryan, say something.
I'm just trying to catch up with the action.
Okay.
What'd you?
Huh?
No, we don't have instant replay. Queen tray, ace queen. Each player suited. Queen tray going towards the muck.
Okay, that might be a ban.
I got a lot of hearts.
I had a queen.
That
I had a queen.
All right, now they're going to take their short break. We are pausing the table sound for a moment. I'm going to run to the restroom one moment, Amelia.
yeah, I'm gonna stretch my legs real quick, real
We're
quick.
going to go on break. And we are back. Heads up. We have Valerie back in the box dealing. Trey and David are here.
5 and 1 meeting.
And we hear the announcement that the blinds have gone up to 500K and 1 million with a 1 million big blind ante. And there's your updated stacks. Trey back in the lead, 35 million, 44 bigs. Let's get the game going here with Valerie in the box.
I did it. I put my headphones
Oh,
on.
I forgot to assist. I apologize.
It's all
What a
good.
jerk.
I am wearing a cast right now.
What
so
a jerk.
I was struggling my
I
head
got a
off.
place on my back patio for you little boo cakes.
For those, I missed a good one. For those viewers that stuck with us throughout, thank you. We were on Twitch, Facebook Live, and YouTube.
Right next to my money maker.
Maybe we'll get the webcam up for the next stream so we can entertain you during the breaks. Or some different promotional slides to share. I know my buddies from Snapcall might be making some videos for us to play on breaks. So looks like we have 7 trade diamonds versus ace 4 diamonds.
Ace 4 diamonds. Diamonds for everybody.
I had 2 diamonds too.
You did?
Yep, they were
You did,
just
Cole?
diamonds.
Just 2 crappy diamonds, huh?
Very crappy.
All right. I'm back in action.
All right, so big blinds now. 1 million big blind and 1 million big blind ante. So just one of those
Yeah, they're.
cranberries if you were to.
I mean, they're still pretty deep. 23 big blinds. I mean, it's really not that bad.
No, it's a great structure. For $250 to play for 3 days, be guaranteed $15,000 and get to bet with 1 million chips. If you choose to use the 1 million instead of the white and the blue. We are heads up with a queen 7 and a 5 tray. Limped in pot. Ace 8 jack, 2 spades. Trey in the lead with just queen high, but gonna check it to David, who's gonna show some aggression here. Gonna bet 2.1 million, looks like. And that's gonna buy it.
And that is a button pass.
Yep, the button officially is moved.
Now,
And you see every time you pick up a pot here, the blinds, the stacks are narrowing the sizes,
my
right?
prediction was that Trey would go all in more. Now that she has a bigger stack, so I will.
Keep it simple.
We will have to see if that revelation comes through.
We'll find out.
When I caddy for a living, I tell you the same thing. People say, oh, I got this, I got to do this.
That was the first job I ever
Yes,
had.
we do have some plans for catch live streams. We don't really have any dates. I know the one for the Moneymaker tour is going to happen. I assume it's going to be like a 5-10 limit or something like that with the Moneymaker himself.
We actually have some really exciting plans. Just got to get through
Way more than me.
the Moneymaker series and obviously the holiday season. But going into the new year, we are definitely going to be taking advantage of this awesome setup here and bringing lots of entertainment to you all. So Jack, Jack, Deuce is the flop. 2 clubs gets David a flush draw. Trey has 2 pair, 9s in the hole and jacks on the board. About 60% of that equity. And
David looks like, yeah, he just decides to ship it. Huh.
Trey's going to ask for a count. You have to think this one out. It's going to be a very large pot here.
Yeah, so David ended up just calling in the big blinds. He could have some hands like Jack 8 off or like Jack 6 suited or some suited jacks or something like that. Just the fact that there are 2 jacks on the board make it a lot less likely that he has a jack in general. And more likely that David has something like a draw with 2 overs or something like, or like a draw with like 1 over or something like that, which is pretty much, well, almost exactly what he has.
Trey in a tough spot here.
We've never really seen David get 2 out of line through the tournament. Just, this is what I mean by like, oh, you show your hand so your bluff can get through the next hand, you know? So I think this is kind of what David is going for.
Got 2 clubs?
Gonna be a well thought out decision. Pocket nines, considering letting it go, giving it the good old scoot in the chair, rub the legs.
God, I don't want to lose to a Jack 8.
Either Trey folds in David's back to chip lead, or Trey calls and puts David's tournament life on the line.
Yeah. Long tank. I think she's gonna call. Yeah. She announces
Let's
F it.
go.
and
Come on.
calls.
Come on. Don't give
So
him no
pocket
club.
nines.
So she has been on the better end of those flips so far.
No clubs.
Just gotta see if she stays that way. Trying to dodge a 10 in any club.
That was 9 at club, Jake.
I knew you had
Well, the club she kind of threw you off with a club that kind of would, God, what would you be? One club.
2 spades.
10 of spades would be good.
Ten comes on the turn.
That's going to flip it around equity-wise. Trey now just has 2 nines left to complete this all in and knock David out. It's
Yeah,
going
and
to
it
be an
looks like
8.
once again the roles are reversed. David.
Well, this is going to be a big jump here. If that's correct and he has 48 million, that's going to give
Yeah.
Trey around 8 million.
Now is the time where I would expect Trey, like if, or like not just Trey. Now is the time where I would expect people in Trey's position to start going all in all the time.
It's really easy to count the bigs now because it's literally $1 million big blind, $1 million chip big blind. So there's your chip counts, and someone was asking about that satellite for the moneymaker. The $350 Ultimate Mega will take place on December 3rd at 6 p.m. And we will be awarding at least 3 packages, if not more.
I wanted to see both cards. That's the only reason.
Saw you?
Oh, you're sorry. I was just thinking how lucky I got.
I know, right? You still thinking about it. Let's go.
So we're going to have
Well, you got the gloves.
an all-in and a call. Trey's going to be all-in with King-8 suited. David with Ace-4 offsuit. This may be our last hand.
Well, if I win, I'm gonna do.
Oh, yeah, we got it.
No, I'm up in something else. So.
I am back to another flip. Looks like.
Your mic wasn't on.
Yeah. Looks like we're back to another flip. Ace high still ahead.
A third 7 comes out. Ace is still in the lead. Trey has King 8 or 6. It's going to be a Trey
That is the end of the tournament.
and class by both players.
Yeah, they're congratulating each other. It is simply nothing but class from everyone on the table.
Trey, so take care of you right here.
That is going to be the end of our 100K guarantee, our first ever tournament live stream. Thank you everyone for tuning in.
Let's go over the payouts real quick. We do want to congratulate Trey. $15,000. Fantastic off a $250 buy-in. It's not the last time we'll see Trey. Trey's been up here before, played in a bunch of our ladies events, and does a lot of great work with charities. Congratulations to David, the family man golfer. $21,000 and change. It was awesome doing our first stream here. Emilio was at 80%. I was at whatever percent you got me at. But we have a great team that helps us, from Jonathan on the cameras, Thomas out there doing the tracking, John and Dylan from IAT, Byron Rodriguez, our tournament director. What a great afternoon here of poker from Orange City Live. We're so excited we were able to do this for you. We can't wait to see you again on the next one. Do really appreciate everyone jumping in, sticking with us through the stream. Please don't forget to check us out. Chris Moneymaker and crew coming December 4th through 16. That's going to be 23 trophy events, over $700,000 in guarantees. And don't forget about this deep stack event, Saturday, November 30th. Emilio has jumped off. I'm jumping off too. This is Ryan Unger. That was Emilio Sosa. We are so excited to be with you. We'll do it again on the next one. Until then, thank you, everybody. Take care.